I don't know about you, but every time I see that intro, I get a right tingling sensation in my nether regions. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Octane Online Racing European Sprint Series final here, because it's the final round at Spa. Joining me today, as per usual, is the lad himself. It's Mark Hornbadger Meiklejohn. How you doing?
Oh, I'm excited. Spa's always such a good race to come to, and it's a great way to end off this season.
Absolutely. Have you seen the timing boards for the top three throughout that practice session?
I have. It is
How
very exciting.
close is that? Literally, Pole, Ogden, Hackler, P2. Oh man, he just raised the bar. All right, before I said that, they were literally exact same times to the 1,000th, right? Yonti's just one-upped it now slightly by half a tenth. So him, Ogden, and Bauer were all within like, what, 500ths of a second of each other?
Yeah, 600ths.
And now it's only slightly more than that. It's literally a tenth that separates the top three. So,
yeah,
it's going to be a doozy.
What I will say, though, is Hackler was on a lap prior, a couple of laps ago, which he was about a tenth and a half faster than the time he put in. But as he was finishing off his lap, he caught up to the back of Slowakowski and basically just went into the pits instead. So he's definitely got more time in his pocket as well. And you can see, because he's already a tenth up. But we're obviously not at qualifying yet, so this doesn't matter and doesn't count. But it's good to see that he's got some pace in that car.
Yep. Session is at an end now. We are just waiting for Yonti, Tudor, Vesemale to put lap times in and done. We can get cracking into the next race. There we go. We are into quali. Let's get started then, shall we? You know what? I haven't actually done... I don't think I did this to you last week, did I? Or did I? I don't remember doing this. Did I ask you for a prediction? I don't remember.
Probably. I can't remember.
Well, I'm doing it this week anyway. So hit me with your 1, 2, 3, please. Whilst you are thinking about that before you do, let me just quickly go through the chat and say hello to a fair few people. So Princey, Altruit, Tiger Jr., Paul Berger, Peely, Tiger Racing, Bad Ducky, Frank Lucid, and we're up to date. Hello, good evening, everybody. How are we? Go on then, hit me with your top three.
Top three, Hackler, Ogden, Bauer. And I'm going to imagine, I'm also going to give you your top three. Hackler, Bauer, Ogden.
No.
Oh.
Hackler, obviously. Ogden, Bauer.
Oh, so you're sticking with me.
Yeah, I think I can't look away from that.
It does look very, very close.
However, I will say this. When it comes to the race, I think Yonti's going to die.
Oh, why would you throw that curse upon him?
Well, let me tell you why, okay? Because the Audi is so bad here for keeping his house in check. Audi things is absolutely a thing. I witnessed it yesterday. No, earlier. Oh, it's today. Earlier today in my race, I witnessed a couple of Audis having Audi things. It can be brutal. It can be absolutely brutal. So we you know, Yonti was talking to me earlier. I don't know whether or not he's fixed it or not, but I think I really hope I'm wrong. I've just got a feeling that the Audi's going to kill him, and he's just going to be in a bad way. But let's catch up on the chat real quick. So I didn't want to know that well, Raggy. Could have done without hearing about your nether region tingles. Oh, my bad. Can't wait to get involved next season. Yes, Princey. That's what I want to hear. Yep, Joe's going to be there as well. Yep, boy. You heard that Crawford and I made a pact? No, I didn't. What is it? We put 4 cars on a wheel, and whatever we get, we're going to be sticking with for sprint, so we're both in the Porsche next season. Ooh, interesting. I think Joe's going to be in the Porsche as well. Good evening, Chris Vinan. Hope you're well, mate. Bauer, Ogden, Levchenko. That is a good shout. I don't think Levchenko is going to be in the top 3, but I could be wrong. I know he's very, very fast, but he's better known at defending.
Yep. Utilising that big chungus.
So, Yonti has now crossed the line to start a hot lap. We'll see whether or not he is... I don't think he's going to be the first one out. Is that car 18, I believe 18, that is?
Adrian. So Adrian is going to be the first one.
Oh! I forgot about Adrian. I am so sorry, Adrian. I've raced with Adrian.
I didn't forget about you, Adrian. I just don't think you're going to be in the top 3.
Wow.
I had some disconnection moments there because Adrian just flew into the trees.
You might have had a disconnection there because he was fine on my end. Anyway, Adrian, I've been racing with him in open lobbies and doing a bit of practice with him throughout this entire week. And let me tell you, Adrian has pace and consistency, so don't expect him to fall apart. The issue he's going to have is avoiding contact with another car on the track, because he did have, in every practice session we had, he had contact with at least one car, which found him buried in a wall and dead somewhere. So he's going to have to avoid that if he wants to keep it safe, but we shall see.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Adrian is an incredibly quick driver. But for me, I think from what we've seen so far, Ogden, Hakala and Bauer just seem to have that extra step in pace, and qualifying pace anyway, among the field.
Oh, Bika, safety car go. Are you okay?
Bika is correct. The safety car is indeed the GOAT.
I don't think it is, gonna be honest. Oh, Kononov's got in here as well, so we're up to 15 drivers today, which is grand news. Adrian first across the line, get a time on the board, but it's immediately beaten by Thompson because he's in the OP car. Oh, yeah, it's the McLaren, isn't it? I mean, the Aston is by far, it has been proven, it is by far the most overpowered car on this track. But it is just unmatched. Levchenko goes P3, Parties P4. He's just been knocked down by Tudor. Where is Yonti? Here he is, coming into the final corner now then. Let's see.
No.
Oh, Ogden first. Ogden P2.
P2.
Hackle P1. Oop, there it is.
Yep. So as we predicted, it is those 3 on the top 3 steps at the moment. And to be honest, Yonti's got a fair gap between himself, Bauer and Ogden. Yeah,
he does. I think the only thing really is obviously his banker laps so far. It was just get a lap time in. It does kind of show how comfortable Yonti is. He has actually been practicing a fair bit today, to be truthful. And I gave him a setup not that long ago for the Audi for this track. And he tested out today for the first time. He said, this is fantastic. He goes, there's only like 1 or 2 corners where I'm actually having any issues. He says, a Blanchimont, if I lift too much, the car is dead. But other than that, fantastic.
Don't lift too much then.
Yeah, just don't lift too much. Which is why I'm saying, I think, in this 1-hour race, obviously there is a mandatory pit stop, so they do actually have to come in, change tyres, go again. But their back ends on that car, if he doesn't keep it under control, it's just going to be murder. And speaking of murder, did anybody catch my murder I got today?
Did you kill another person?
No, I got murdered today. Today was me getting murdered.
I've still not watched the last murder. I really need to get on that.
Which murder? Oh, that was not even a murder. That wasn't even a murder. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't know because I've not seen it. You know.
Go watch it.
I'm just basing it off what Raven Duck says.
Yeah, but don't base anything on what Raven Duck says. Raven Duck is deluded. Just be led for easy. I was unlucky. F. Did you kill another? I didn't touch anyone. Well, that's not true. They touched me, technically. All I'm saying is I did my best to avoid any contact with anybody. But the person who hit me didn't hold their brakes and just slammed me against the wall.
Can I just point out who suddenly went P1?
Yep, Thompson. But don't count your chickens, because look who's P2 and up 2/10.
Yep, but he's not. Well, he's just hovering around enough to get. Oh, okay, that's a big corner. About to say he's only just been up enough to get into that pole position. And
invalidated?
Was it invalid?
Oh no,
no, it wasn't. No,
wow.
It wasn't invalid. See, this is what I was talking about. It wasn't going fast enough.
Wow! Look at this.
Ogden and Hakala are so close in the times, and Thompson pips them both. Thompson 54. Coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, 54,000. That's mental. You got Adrian who's up 2/10, but he's only going to be going to about Levchenko's position. Oh, and he's made a boo-boo there, so that's going to be that lap done and dusted. And even if it's not, he's already lost the delta anyway. And no one else currently on an improvement except Bauer, who's 2/10 up right now, which is kind of good because obviously the whole of Sector 1 is It's pretty easy to carry time, to be honest, although somehow I'm losing half a second there, I found out the other day, but whatever. Also to mention, Ogden 2/10 up right now, so bear that one in mind. 3/10 up now. He's just going mental.
So Bauer is not going fast enough to gain an extra position at the moment, but Ogden is definitely trying to secure himself that provisional pole right now with the 3/10 gain.
When the SimGrid did the VCO World Cup thing, like 8 out of the 10 cars in the top qualifiers were Astons, the other 2 were Ferrari. Yeah, on this track, Astons are by far OP because they have it so much easier to be able to lower the wing than any other car. And also, sorry, let me rephrase that. They find it so much easier to lower the wing and also still have that straight line speed and stability already anyway. That they basically become OP on this track. It works really, really well here. And it's also a track that you don't rely on like acceleration speeds. They carry a lot more, which is, good for them, but it's sad for everywhere else because, yeah, it's just so strong in a straight line. Although the GTR is another car that is pretty good, and even the Ferrari is another car. So can we see the hood for the Deltas? Well, you want to see... what is it? Is it this? Let's see this. Do this.
No pole position.
Oh, there it is.
By a long way.
2.5 tenths, Thompson. I mean, it was so close earlier. There's still 5 minutes to go as well. That's the crazy thing. And we're going to be seeing people like just pushing hard to try and get themselves. Oh, he's coming in. He's coming in to go again.
Yep. As Ogden messed up his last lap, he was up a little bit, but he's came in as well, just to get the final stint all sorted, all good to go. And yeah, these guys, we were expecting a 3-way fight, has turned into a 4-way fight, just without our knowing.
And the Maka is a good car. It's my favorite car. The only thing it sucks on is brakes. I will say I had the hardest time in the world setting the McLaren up for this track. But I think that was more of a me problem than anybody else problem. But it is so good, especially in Sector 2. It's really, really strong there. But you do, in order to be competitive at all and not lose an insane amount of time and speed down the Kemmel Straight, you need to be running like 5-6 wing. It's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a you problem, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, invalidated there for Bauer.
He's already on an outlap anyway, so it is the biggest of outlaps.
Yeah, huge. You know what I can't wait for is to see when all of these fast guys in this split meet up with the fast guys in the other split and start properly scrapping. Because think about it, Reece Spence Rob, Jonas Hackler, Thompson, Ogden, Bauer, Darren King. There's just so many names. Chris Vining, there's another. Mead, when he wants to be fast.
Yeah.
I've seen him absolutely be insanely quick.
Speaking of King, where are the Ferraris tonight? We don't have any.
We don't have any of them. Not even one. I think Joe still feels bad about the incident. Oh, that's not way up there. Oh, never mind. I will swiftly retract that statement. He made that one look quite comfortable, actually.
Yep, did indeed.
Adrian up 3/10, but this will only put him P5 currently. Because there's just a bit too much of a gap between him and Bauer. Oh, and he's just lost it all. He's down to 0. 1/10 then. And
so Catan's on a big boy improvement, 6/10 up, and that moves him up to P5.
Yep. And in a Bentley as well, that's pretty good going. 18.4. I did my first 17 the other day. Proud of me?
I'm always proud of you, baby.
Where's Yamta going faster? Like, how do you do that? How do you chuck in a mid-17 and still go faster? You know that pros are doing... in these temps, the pros are doing, like, mid-16s.
Yeah, but, we know that there is actually no one who's a person actually does those times. Those are all aliens.
Yeah, that's true.
Got those Jedi reflexes.
I could watch Yonti drive all day.
Well, that's a bit voyeuristic, is it not?
Well, I've got an endurance race with him soon, so I literally can do that. Oh, kept it in the limit. That's one benefit to doing this.
Bauer's up 4/10.
Where will that put him though? They will only put him P2, P3.
P3.
Yeah. They only. That's still a really good start going into the race. He's just getting more. Oh my word! Look at that!
Yeah, oh my god! This is
P2. P2. Has to be. Boom.
P2. There we go. What a lap! Excellent. Gained so much time there in that final bus stop.
That was massive. Fair play to him.
And he's now already going a 10th faster, so he is definitely going to be trying to challenge for pole on this lap.
Yonti's down on his delta, although he might have just recovered a little bit there. Is he recovering, going up here? Is he lifting? No lift, but did invalidate. So
yeah, it's invalid.
He will have one last shot though. He does have enough time and fuel to go again. So watch that one. 2/10 improvement for Adrian currently. Oh, the problem that says 4 now. He's just found a huge gain, which will put him around about still P6 territory. But if he finds a little bit more, which is very doable. Oh, he's just pushing too hard now. You can see he's trying to commit so hard, and then he hooks on that, which gives him a little bit more. Yeah, he's not improving this lap, and he hasn't got time to go again. That's it, done. Unless he does a Bauer and pulls off 6/10 in the final corners. I constantly expose myself to small amounts of radiation to speed the mutation to alien along. Might have the wrong method there. Let me know how it goes, because if it does work, I want it.
I mean, I don't think this is Fallout. I think you're either born an alien or you're not.
Yeah. Adrian, big F.
Yonti has invalidated his lap already, so that's him out.
Bauer is 3/10 up.
Yep. So Bauer, if he holds this is pole position, and he has no one else who could beat him on a lap right now, other than Ogden. But Ogden's down on his time.
Oh, he's currently just under it. He keeps just teetering around it. So he needs 0.14 at least in order to beat him. He's 0.11, 0.10 now. So he's teetering on the edge. This is going to be way too close coming into the bus stop chicane. He's found the time. There's a bit more. There's 2/10. There's 3/10. Can he hold it all the way through the 4/10 even? He's going to not just beat this lap. He's going to smash it to pieces. And that is Bauer on pole. What a run through there.
That was incredible. The last lap when he gained all that time through the bus stop, I was like, he must have had a bad run through bus stop before to gain that amount of time. But that was a really good run through bus stop. And then he just does the exact same thing again. That was incredible. Yeah. What a lap.
Fair play to him. Cannot complain. Fredrickson coming through 7/10 up, which won't put him up a position just yet, but will help him feel better. 8/10 now, coming up to 9/10. Keeps it good through there. One full second. Is this going to be big enough? I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's staying P14. Under. Yeah, he will stay P14. But there is your top. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Top 5. Pretty aggressive. I think we're going to be seeing a bit of a train going on here. And I think we're going to be seeing Levchenko get his elbows out and start defending like a beast, like we saw before. Right, now I'm going to switch to the broadcast view. And we're going to go to Helicam. This is by far the longest formation lap I think I ever did in my life. I've never done a formation lap that felt as long as this one. And it was raining. So when I did my quali, it was absolutely pissing it down, right? I go into the formation lap. It's damp. Everyone's on dry tires. Everyone's tires were blue. My pressures were so low. There were like 25s on every single tire. And we're absolutely sending it up our Rouge and down the Camel Straight, trying to avoid each other. And yeah, if I can, I will see if I could show you, depending on how quickly this race ends, if I could show you, I'll show you exactly what happened to me in my split earlier. It was the saddest time. I mean, again, it wasn't like it was intentional in any way, shape, or form. It was a bit of an oopsie, but Oh, I've just realized I'm not. Oh, I don't really want to chance streaming to you in the Discord because if
It's
I do,
fine. Don't stress. I'm all Gucci.
just don't want to. I don't want PSU to just go. I can't do it. It's too hard, and then fall over. You know.
I mean, your PSU sounds a bit like a wimp, but you know, that's fine.
It is a bit. I've got a new one there. I got a new one sent to me today from my work.
Indeed.
I just haven't yet installed it because it came an hour ago.
But yep, that's no stresses for me. I'm all good without the stream.
Bauer. Bauer. Bauer.
Go on, Bauer.
Bauer. He's not hit drive, has he? Or has he? Oh, he has. Okay, we're good.
We're good.
It looked like his back end was still up in the air.
To be fair, like when he finished as well, the last session, it looked like his front tires were floating. So I don't know if there's maybe just some weird sync problem going on just now.
Go on, Badger. Say it.
No,
There it is. Did you know that Nicholas is driving that car?
Which Nicholas?
Nicholas Lange.
Yeah.
So he's going to the...
He's going to be racing these guys. This is just him. He's like, right, I'm going to lead you away.
Yeah. So he's going to the official Le Mans, I believe it is. And he's going to be driving that Alpine car you can see there. Obviously, with a proper livery on it, not that hideous thing.
You wash your mouth out.
With Alonso, apparently.
Ooh.
Wow. Big boy, going up in the world.
You know my favourite story of Alonso? You know Jake that used to do the BBC...
Humphreys.
Yeah, he used to do the interviews and stuff. He said we went to do like an interview with Alonso when it was you could do the testing around Maranello, and so he jumped in a car with him and he was holding on for dear life, and Alonso looked at him and he was just like, "Are you scared?" He's like, "You're completely safe, watch this." And then he like covered his eyes and continued driving round the track like without sight. And he was still like nailing every like apex and stuff.
Way.
And like so Jake, when Alonso initially retired, like told this story, and he was like, "This is what we're missing from F1 now. This level of talent." Because obviously back when you could do testing at Maranello, like Alonso done a lot of testing at Maranello. Like he knows that track like the back of his hand. But he was just like so confident. He was like, "Look, you're completely safe," and just drove blindfolded. I was like, "What a hero!"
That is crazy. I would freak out if the driver of my car. I mean, I don't like being I'm probably one of the worst passengers you could ever have, right? Because since I started driving, I've been a passenger. I could probably count on my hands, single digits.
Yeah.
Like I hate being a passenger so much, and so like when I'm sat in the passenger, I'm like clinging onto the door, and I'm just like, I don't like the people who are driving. And I drive pretty loose when I drive. I'm not like really uptight and whatever. I'm like just chilled out, windows down, music playing, whatever, gangster lean, you know. But I just enjoy
those hydraulics, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Squeaking, pulling up to the ladies, doing the do. But yeah, I just hate being a passenger. I've never ever enjoyed it. I actually want to see the safety car.
I don't really mind being a passenger in general, but the amount of times I've been a passenger in someone's car and then like they just don't look to the side when they're pulling out a junction, and it's like, that's the side I'm going to get hit on. So please, like, yeah, please, true. Like, just look after my life.
Will the GT4 make it through the bus stop without spinallering?
It's Mr. Longay, of course it will.
He's not driving this safety car.
Oh, I thought you meant he was actually doing this session for us.
No, I meant in real life. He's driving the actual Le Mans circuit.
I understood that part, but I thought he was just doing this because he was like, fuck it, I'm going to be driving this car and I want to show off. So.
No. I don't think he's got any dealings with any of the OOR guys. I think he knows any of them.
Oh, well.
That's the thing about it being such an Asia-Pacific region-focused league, because obviously they've only just started working on Europe. That with them being on the time zone they're in, they don't really have any sort of like presence initially anyway. We'll fix that, don't you worry. It will. How you doing, mate? It's good to see you. Get ready for a bit of a We're going to see a kerfuffle. Wait, what we're describing the little scrap we're going to see going up towards El Rouge Radiant, because we're about to get going. A what?
Death.
Yes, death is a good shout. All right, here we go then. Bauer starting off on pole position with Jonty Hackler alongside of him. You got the two McLarens lined up as well. They need to make sure that they've got it all nicely lined up. The GTR there, that is of Levchenko, will look to try and capitalize where he can, but he's not quite got the acceleration needed. In fact, Vesmail has, and he's already... No, that's not even Vesmail, that's Pierce. Getting his nose stuck in there as much as he can. They kept it clean throughout the majority. No mistakes further down the field. Never mind, there's a GTR that looks to be parties. It is, he's off. He's hit the wall. I think he's okay, though. No severe damage, it looks like. Maybe a little bit, but... nothing too bad. We have a side-by-side fight going on here between Ogden and Levchenko, and it also looks like Nathan Pierce is trying to get his nose stuck in here too. Levchenko's going to have to go around the outside here on the McLaren, but he will become the inside for the next one. The McLaren's made a mistake. He's lost the back end. He's caught it beautifully, but that means that Nathan Pierce is through. He gets a freebie, and he will say, yes, please, thank you very much.
Yep, he's managed to make it through, and you know, I looked for a moment going up OOR Radiant that Bauer and Hackler were going to go side by side. Hackler smartly backed out. He was not wanting to be two ways into that one tight corner. Those speed cold tires, so that prevented death. But yeah, that's Bauer's managed to hold on to his lead, but he's been very closely followed by Hackler.
Yeah, Van Vesmail as well, also looking to try and capitalise on the Bentley ahead of him. That is Catan. He's the only Bentley driver here today, but the problem is neither of these cars have got really good top speed, so it's all about the acceleration, which they both have lots of. But the aero here for the Porsche is just so much better. Look at his run through there. The Bentley gets hooked on the curb, and Van Vesmail has made it through. What a beautiful move from him.
Yeah, we've seen lots of beautiful overtakes from Vesmail. Someone should make a compilation, because this man knows how to overtake.
Oh, he really does. In fact, actually, he also just reminded me of Darren King's overtake, if you remember back in Kyalami. Wow, King Corner.
King Corner. Yep, he done that like 5 times.
Yeah, and blew me away every single time he did it. All right, so we need to just talk about these top two in a minute, because obviously Bauer is currently leading. He did do a really good job when he came to that qualifying to get where he is, but he does have one Jonas Hackler on the back of him, who has... Yeah, whatever, you know, both work. Jonas Hackler, or Jonty Hackler, whatever. You know, he's got a lot of straight line speed. I mean, the Honda's no slouch. It has got that pace in that VTEC engine. Oh my God, Jonty, don't do that to him. Poor guy. Nearly absolutely murdered him, but he didn't, and that's all right. But he has got the gap quite nicely down. He should have a great deal of suck going up this hill and then coming over down the Kemmel Straight. I don't think the gap is quite close enough to...
Oh, he's made a mistake.
That might help. That might help a lot. We'll see. I think he's a bit too far back to really capitalize on this. He will close in quite nicely, but the aero differences are just not severe enough for it to be anybody pulling away from the other. And that's why, yeah, they're not going to be able to do anything just now. But they're all in good time. All in good time.
Yep, and having a look, Thompson looks like he's also potentially getting feisty on Pierce right now. He's keeping him very honest.
And Nathan Pierce has a lot of talent, a lot of pace, and he's starting to show it a little bit more, which is, you know, exactly what we like to see. But he has also got two people behind him very close. They're also very talented and also got a lot of pace. Now, Adrian, I think he kind of bottled qualifying. I think he's going to be quite frustrated with himself, because I've seen him do way better than he did, and the conditions were worse than what he's got right now and had in the quali. So, you know, we'll keep tabs on him. Ooh, bit of a twitch there from McLaren. That actually might allow Adrian through, you know. He's got the speed. The McLaren's going to have to defend this. I don't know how he's going to defend this. Adrian fakes out to the left, comes back to the inside. He's going to go late on the brakes. He's going to go for a bit of a send. There's contact. Round he goes. He catches it, but he's going to get in the way of Van Vesmail, who dodged it quite nicely. Catan just about stays away from him to make sure there's no further contact. A bit more wobbles there for Adrian. He's trying his best. I don't blame him for going for the send, but yeah, that door got closed a bit tight for him, and I think he just carried a bit too much momentum, and the contact was there.
Yeah, it's one of those things that the stewards will definitely look at, but, you know, is whether the door was closed overly aggressively or whether there was still enough space. That'll be for them to determine, but it did look like it was going to be very, very close for him. But, like, looking back at the front of this field, Hackler, again, right on the bumper of Bauer, but Ogden has managed to close in that second gap that he had, and now he's joined this party for the first position.
We've just seen a big contact between Adrian and Van Vesmail. Let's have a quick look at that one. So you can see them coming through Blanchimont. You can see the Aston's got a lot of pace. I think Adrian, I mean, I'm going to assume he just brakes a bit too late. Yes, he does. Oh, and he's trying to dodge it. He's just not going to make it. And Vesemir took a lot of contact there. Actually, weirdly helped him a little bit. F that back end.
F that back end, guys. You heard it here first.
Yep.
Looking back at the front, Hakala looks like he's again just out of OOR's Radion, a bit too far back after, like, as he reaches the top of the hill, and he's not able to gain on Bauer particularly much down the straights, but he's gaining a lot in the braking zone. And yeah, these guys are fighting tooth and nail.
Oh no, Adrian is frustrated with himself. He's decided, that's enough, I've left. So he went to the pits after that contact, took himself out of the race, and has retired.
That's a big sad.
Not the biggest of sads. It's a shame because, like I said, he's been very quick all week. Pace-wise, consistency has been there. He just, again, avoiding the contacts was the main problem. I don't know about the first one. The first one with the McLaren. The second one was all him, fortunately. But the first one is a bit, yeah, like you said, it's hard to determine whether or not the door was shut on him or what. That's what the stewards are there for. They will let us know. But at least we are being rewarded quite nicely with a nice juicy battle for P1 between two titans that are Simon Bauer and Jonas Hakala. Not Jonty, Jonas.
And
Hakala.
You know, Ogden, he's right in this fight as well. You know, do not count him out of a race one.
Jonty wins. You play Sabaton.
Yes.
That's my closest attempt at a Sabaton song.
Yeah, that's the DMCA free version.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's not going for this, is he? Oh, he had a look. He's putting the pressure on Simon Bauer, and I'll tell you something, Simon's handling this beautifully. He's not caving under any sort of, no mistake. Oh, that might be accounted as a mistake. He may have got a warning for that. He might not have done as well, because I know you can be pretty aggressive on that exit curve there, so he probably just got nothing for it. Jonty all over him. His issue is, he's not getting the run out of turn 1 all the way up Eau Rouge Radion and then able to carry it. However, as long as he doesn't bottle it going up the Eau Rouge Radion hill now, he should be able to get the toe he needs because the gap is close enough. This is attack range territory here. Oh, but he's a bit... Oh no, he's taking it well. Oh, don't lose it, Jonty. I think he may have lost it. I don't think he's got the... Yeah, I don't think he's got this now. It's too far back.
Yeah. I think, you know, he seems to just be losing it at the Eau Rouge Radion and not able to attack as he needs to. But you know where he is able to be very, very close is into the bus stop. So that might be an opportunity for him moving forward in this race to try and make a move there. But we've got a yellow flag. It looks like there's been a collision between Porsche cars.
Oh, yeah, let's have a look at that, shall we? And Vesemir was off the track. Let's go back 20 seconds, see if we can find out where and what. So this is coming in towards Lecum. Well, there's also been a bit of contact further afield. That looks to be Nathan. Oh, Pierce. Oh, he's at a Spinale. Vesemir can't dodge him. Slams into him. Yeah, so that was actually Nathan Pierce lost control of his car. And Van Vesemir couldn't react quick enough. Unfortunately, did collide with his teammate. They both will absolutely have damage. It's just a question of how much. And will that really affect their pace? They do obviously have to pit still. They have a mandatory pit stop that they all have to do. So he could actually get it out of the way now. Yes, it does mean carrying a hell of a lot of fuel, but, you know, that or damage, you choose.
Yeah, it's... With such a long lap as well, pitting too late or too early can have very large repercussions, you know, for like how much time you'll end up losing. Especially with, you know, I know everyone has to go through it, but the pit lane is very, very long as well, so it feels like you're wasting so much time when you're in the pits. You know, it is an enormous pit lane.
Oh, that was a big mistake there. That was really big mistake, and actually Jonty's going to get the switch back as well. But is Ogden going to be able to get through and follow him on it? He's staying in the toe of the Audi, but he's not going to quite get the drag he needs to get through. But we have our new race leader. Ogden's going in towards turn 1, looking for the inside. He backs out. Decides against it. That was definitely the smarter move there because that would have taken both cars out almost certainly. But now the roles are reversed. Now Jonty is your race leader. Bauer is in P2, but we have Ogden who's entered the fray and has decided, I quite like chasing these two cars down. Oh, Jonty went right off there. I don't think he knows how to take Orange ready on when he's not in the suck of somebody else.
Yep, and that looks like he's now going to be under attack. So he tries to make it a little bit harder for Bauer, but he goes well deep, and this is actually costing them both.
Oh, Ogden! Big boy Ogden, straight through on both of them. I mean, oh no, Yahtzee! You didn't need to do that, no. Oh, yeah, that's heartbreak.
That whole incident, I think, is just like a domino effect after domino effect. You know, Bauer made the first mistake into the bus stop, and that's allowed the fight to happen and the overtake to happen. Then coming down the Kemmel straight, it messes up his brakes and goes too deep, and Hakala has to back off and let him like gain the position, and so he doesn't wipe him out the race. And then that just allowed Ogden to absolutely sweep on through into the first position. And as Jonty was trying to come back round and fight Bauer again, Bauer had to let on the brakes because Ogden was in front of him now, and he couldn't crash into the back of him. And Hakala was not expecting Bauer to be on the brakes, and that just allowed a little bit of bump and grind there. So there was just a whole mess of situation came from one mistake into the bus stop.
There ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Hello Ishi, how you doing, mate? It's good to see you. Hello Will. Good evening, people. Yeah, if you've only just tuned in, you have missed a little bit of a love tap or two. Yeah, I mean, Bauer went for a huge send. That was too deep. Jonty did read it, and he avoided the contact initially, which was good. Ogden read it better. He managed to get both cars beautifully, like you said. But yeah, Jonty just get that. I think he just was frustrated, heated in the moment, and trying to carry through. But look at the Beamers going for a send here. This is too wide, coming up towards the bus stop chicane. They're braking hard. You got one of them just keeping the door nicely closed. This is for a P9 because they are fighting for Fredriksson's position. Bauer in the pits, so he's going to try and repair his car, because I can almost guarantee you he has got a hell of a lot of damage. He took a punt in the butt, and then hit the wall, and then he ran into the back of a GTR, which definitely would have helped him. So yeah, he's 100% full repair, fuel, the whole shebang. But now the question is, what happens to race leader now? Because I reckon that Jonty will probably end up getting penalised for that.
Yeah, I mean, stewards will definitely need to have a look, but it's going to be difficult. You know, the one person that we can guarantee has done no wrong in all of this is Ogden. Ogden's managed to get through, pick his moment, and really battle these guys hard. But both Hakala and Bauer had mistakes, you know. So we'll see. We'll see how the stewards roll.
Yeah, I mean, it started with Jonty's poor run up Orange Radion. Realistically, I mean that's not punishable. That's the word I was looking for. Penalisable. Was it? I started making it. Not punishable because obviously, he didn't have any contact with anybody else. It was just a poor run up the corner. But then that allowed Bauer to then get alongside of him, who then went for that seriously long break, late break going in towards Lekum. There was no way he was making that corner. Good job that Jonty read it. The rejoin was sus, but after that, yeah, it was just a bit too argy-bargy, mistakes made. Is what it is.
Speaking of this third sector, though, like,
I don't know. Sorry, go on.
Hakala is just so fast through this third sector. You know, he's gaining so much time. He was gaining so much time on Bauer through it, and now he's gained over half a second on Ogden through it. So he has seemed to get that third sector absolutely nailed.
Yeah, he's actually closed in beautifully here. So this is great news for Jonty. The problem he's got though is if he does get a penalty, and he's got to, realistically, he needs to think there's a good chance I might get a penalty here, right? And if he does get a penalty, then he needs to try and think right now about what he can do about it. I think what he's doing right now is already the best he can do about it, which is full send, give it absolute beans, push as hard as you possibly can, and then close in as much as you possibly can, which is what he's doing. Worry about the penalty if you get one, but ideally you want to stay out until a penalty is issued, because then you will serve it in the pit lane.
Yep, and to be honest, like if Bauer's car was as badly damaged as we think, he might still have a quicker pit stop than Bauer. even with like the penalty added on, depending on obviously the size of the penalty, if he does get one. So, but yeah, the other thing is if he can get in front and then build up a gap to Ogden, he's again countering any potential penalty. The one thing he does need to worry about is obviously with Bauer out, what kind of lap times is Bauer doing? Because I don't suspect they'll be particularly faster than what he was doing before, if even at all, because realistically speaking, he wasn't defending too much. He was effectively driving in clear air. So now it is to see how fast Ogden and Hakala can go without Bauer in the mix.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's going to be tough regardless. I think Bauer with his damage as well, because he did suffer quite a fair bit of damage. He's lost a lot of time. So even when Yonti does box and come back out again, he's going to be considerably far back. I don't know exactly how bad his damage was, because I didn't track his pit stop, but it's not going to be good, that I can guarantee you. So we'll see just how severe it is for him. But yeah, regardless of that, Bauer... Oh, Thompson's got a 10-second penalty. That for... I don't recall what he did.
It probably was for the contact he had with Adrian, who has left.
Yes. Oh, so okay. If that is the case, obviously we don't know for sure, so don't shoot us, chat. But if that is the case, then that sounds like it was when they kind of closed the door on him, and then caused Adrian to spin out. More penalties coming as well. Stop go 30. Wait, that's for speeding.
SML. Yep.
That's for speeding. He stopped in the pit exit.
Yep. What has happened here? He's just disconnected.
Yeah. Another one bites the dust.
To be honest, that's one of the ones that's automatically applied, and I have a feeling that because of how long this pit stop is, that probably would have been removed and just turned into a 30-second penalty.
I think they get removed anyway, and then reduced. But I could be wrong. I mean, in fairness, his race was, pretty rough. His quality wasn't very good. Let me reword that. His quality wasn't as good as it usually is. He's normally pretty quick in the qualifying sessions. But yeah, when it came down to the mistakes made and the contact he had with his teammate, that ultimately put him in the bin, really.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
Was a slippery slope.
So looking at the lap times now, Hakala is going about 6/10 slower than what he was previously when he was fighting Bauer. But Ogden's actually got some decent pace. So maybe Hakala's had some issues in the last lap or so. Maybe he has got a fair bit of damage from his bump with Bauer. I wouldn't suspect he should have too much.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard for him regardless. Oh, I thought that was another penalty, but it wasn't. Levchenko just over. Where's Thompson?
Thompson's P4 just now, but obviously 10-second penalty. Maybe it was from Fredrickson being in the pits.
Maybe. Oh, Slavikowski having a 15-second penalty applied. That must have been for some contact. Don't know where and who with. I didn't see any.
Lap 1, it was with Tudor.
His teammate.
Yep.
Oof. BMW
a little bit of bumping grind
action.
with the teammate.
There ain't nothing wrong with the little bumper grind. Talked about this.
Oh, guess who's out?
Oh my word! I just seen it. That was a big crash.
How is that car still going? That looked so rough.
I want to watch that again. He hit the inside curve. Oh no, he ran too wide and then carried it through. Oh, what a smash! That's not good news. I think he's done a couple of lines,
Do you think so?
I do.
I don't believe it after, he just never gets warnings.
I just watched the way he took over his Radeon. I'm pretty confident he's at least on one. Guarantee he was on at least one. In IRL, that's probably a red flag. Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Probably. That's a definite red flag. And that's
I can't
also
believe how well he caught it, though, to be like, you know, he didn't have to, like, fully stop and let other cars go by, because there was other cars coming up behind him. He was just like, nah, I'll just bounce in and continue driving. Here we go.
Now, I can't remember who I was talking to. Oh, it was Ravenuk. I was talking... Oh, that's not the place to let them through, Fredrickson. That was scary. But I think that actually helped out Yonti. Team orders, maybe. Yeah, so I was talking with Ravenduk about this track, and he was saying about how, well, what would you change about this circuit? Like, do you think anything needs to change for Oruge Radion? And I was saying, yeah, absolutely. That bit that you just saw Bauer smash into, that needs to be way further back than that. Because I understand that, you know, the barriers are pretty good there and whatever, but we've seen so many crashes there. That needs to be so much further out. But look at Yonti, all up in the back here of Ogden. Ogden's going to be feeling that heat. He hasn't got the good brakes like the Audi does. The Audi's going to go for the outside move round through the bus stop. He's going to have to go for the switchback of Dreams. That does mean that Ogden is really out of shape coming through the bus stop all the way through. So watch the acceleration that the Audi has got here. Should be able to go for a move. Maybe not, actually, because Yonti didn't quite get the run he did. Well, he's still going for the outside, but you want to go for a switchback again if you're going to try it here, which is what he's going to try. This is bad. This is really bad for Yonti because now he's too close, and I can see he's got a 5-second penalty. Yeah.
10-second penalty.
Oh, and then
Yep.
Yeah.
So
about to get worse because he's about to have. Oh, I thought he was dead. Oh my God, he caught it.
What a catch.
An absolute beast of a catch.
One absolute animal. How the hell?
Yeah, I had a feeling he was getting that penalty. That was pretty sure that was coming. It's a big F.
A big F indeed. But still, like, you know, the 10-second penalty is still... He's still in the fight for some good points and good positions, so we'll see what happens when he comes into the pits to serve his penalty. Still potentially a few laps away from that yet.
Oh, that's a GTR. Who is that? Is that Parties? Yes, it is.
That was Parties.
Quick look what happened then to him. Okay, it's going through no now. Is it just on the throttle? Yeah, on the throttle. Oh, that's a slide. Good catch there from it. Oh, my word. Yeah, that would have been terrifying if you were the race leaders.
Yep.
Goodness me.
Ogden nearly watched all his hard work disappear.
Yonti. So I actually spoke to Yonti about this the other day because I was saying how, like, I think Yonti is faster than me on race pace, but only by a little bit. And I'm better than him when it comes to avoiding crashes, shall we say. He didn't take that very well. I'll be honest with you. And so I just pictured in my head there that when he came to that incident, that he'd been thinking to himself, "Whoa, how do you think about that, Raggy?" Because of the way that he went right to the edge and then a little bit more. He even went on the grass there. But yeah, I think he's going to be a little bit upset with me.
He's just proving he can dodge. Although, to be fair, can I just point out that you have maybe, say, 10,000 hours experience of dodging missiles in open lobbies?
That's true. It's true. I did say that to him, though. I did explain. Oh, don't do this to me, Yonti. No, that's going to be another warning. That's a warning. Almost, yep, that's a warning. Oh, no, Yonti. I am pretty confident that he's on 3. That's got to be the 3rd. I've seen him do that at least twice, and I imagine he's done that once before already. So I'll go with 2, but I'm pretty confident he's on 3 warnings now.
He could just be letting off the throttle, though, after he does it, and then not getting the warning.
Could be. I doubt it, though. Although, again, I said that. Was it Masano? I think I said it, didn't I?
Yep.
And he didn't have a single one. So we'll find out. I'm pretty confident
that would explain why he's never actually making attack towards the end of the camel, because he's always having to let off the throttle.
True. I had a fantastic move earlier. I was pretty happy with.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say nap, It's like, I had a fantastic
I
nap.
could do with a nap, I'll be honest with you. That's the one place the game is too smart, in my opinion. Why, what do you mean? What do you mean, Ike? Doesn't matter, it'd still give you a warning. Yeah, it's really strict through there. Oh, Yonsei is so quick through here. This is the exit there.
The king of Sector 3 all day.
Oh, I just kept it in Lewis as well there. This is him now. Yonsei has the gap very, very much closed in. He's got the straight line speed he needs. The McLaren just does not have a straight line pace that the Audi has got, especially when you got an Audi in that tow. Is Yonsei going to go for a cheeky little send? No, it's too far back.
What he is going to do, though, is be playing with Ogden's mind.
If I'm right, and Yonsei has one more warning, I reckon he's going to drive through it.
You're very positive tonight.
Well, if I jinx him that way, if I go, he's doing really well, everything's going fantastic, it's going to go wrong. But if I go, he's got a penalty, he's got a drive through, he's out. You know, reverse psychology on karma. It's effective, it works, but only on commentators.
Yep, you know he's doing really well. Ogden.
Oh my god! Oh. I am not taking responsibility for that one. That's not me.
That is absolutely you.
That's a warning. That's a definite warning.
Yeah.
There's no way he gets away with that one. Alright, well I was wrong. He hasn't got 3 then. He's at least on 1 now though. Oh my god. I think that was a warning not just for the on-track, but also his boxes. That was
yes.
Holy balls. Can I
that
get
was touching
sponsored?
cloth right there.
Yeah, he was totally prairie dogging.
Yeah. Speaking of, we kind of counted him out in qualifying, Levchenko, but he's managed to roll himself into a very comfortable podium position right now. Possibly a P2. He's about 5 seconds back from Hakala, who does have a 10-second penalty. So, effectively, sitting P2. Once the pit stops all shake out.
Yeah.
So not too bad for him. He's done a very good job so far.
I think Bauer is having a very unhappy time right now. He's dead last. He's on lap 9 while the leaders are on lap 11. Everybody around him is a lap ahead of him. Is that Fredrickson behind him?
Everybody loves my wife's cooking.
His last lap was a 4:39.
Yeah. I think the last lap, though, to be fair, was when he came into the pits for repairs.
But I think that's his 3rd time in the pits.
Second.
It's at least second.
Yeah, second time in the pits.
Righto.
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 At least the car goes straight when he's pointing straight now.
That is true. That is a very useful thing to have. I had to... Alright, let's have an off-topic chat now, shall we? Oh, actually, one sec. Thompson in the pits. So he's decided that now is the perfect time. To be honest, it is about right. This is probably the point now where get in the pits, change your tyres, get yourself refueled, serve your penalties, quite crucially, and then you can fix them later. You can, I believe, I could be wrong, I believe you can turn off the serve penalty and just have it added to the end of your time. Might be completely wrong though, so somebody who knows better, or somebody who has a brain cell, please tell me. Is the undercut the way here?
Hard to tell.
I don't know. It's so situational because it's heavily focused on how good you can be on your in-lap, really. Because if you can match or be slightly faster than the person who's doing the undercut, you will be much better to go for an overcut, I think. Just because of how long the track is. I would probably say undercut is usually the best way to go in general. I think at Spa, it's so hard to tell, honestly.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, again, with it being such a long pit stop, like,
Yeah.
it's, you're almost guaranteed to come out in free air, like, whatever you do. But yeah, I don't know. It's very difficult to determine.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we'll find out. We'll use this as a benchmark. We know where Thompson is. See how much ground he gains on everyone else ahead. Oh,
Yep.
that looked a bit twitchy. Oh, Yonti's in. All right, he's in. Okay. I thought that he'd actually just lost the rear, but no, he's decided, I'd like to box now. Here he comes. That's it for me this season. Big thank you to OOR for setting up this amazing championship. Also, big up to Raggy and all the commentators for an amazing stream every week. Big love. Van Vestermail, I am sad to see that was the way that your race ended. However, I have very much enjoyed meeting you and commentating on your races. And I hope that I can do it again next season if you sign up again.
Yeah, fingers crossed we'll get to see you racing once more. We were actually just saying not long before the unfortunate stop-go that someone needs to make a compilation of your overtakes this season, because you know how to overtake. You have pulled off some incredible moves this season.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it has been an absolute pleasure to commentate your races, let me tell you. Some of the, I mean, yeah, you've had some oopsies, but you've also had some absolutely phenomenal overtakes. Nathan Pierce playing through, I believe, our race leader, Octane. Yes, it is.
Speaking of the pits, though, I think Hakala timed this perfectly. I think this was the exact lap to come in. So Ogden going a little bit longer, knowing that Hakala's got his penalty. We can afford to do that. But I think he really needs to come in this lap as well, just to make sure he's covering off any potential undercut that might be there. But as we say, he does have like a 10-second window for it.
This game is beautiful. Thank you for the kind words, guys. I appreciate it a lot. I'll be back for the next season, 100%. That's what we like to see.
Good,
that is what we like to see. Are you gonna? What car are you choosing? Do you know? Have you decided? Oh, that's not the run through there, Ogden. Have you chosen a car already, Vesmail? Are you going Porsche again, or are you going to go something else? There's a rumor going around that the McLaren is the best car out there.
Levchenko's managed to jump Hakala in the pits.
Well, I think that's penalty serving.
Yep. But still, Levchenko's managed to jump Hakala in the pits.
True.
Ooh. Drive through Fredrickson.
F. Quick do /clear underscore. Oh, /clear space 267. No one will know. Oh,
I can't do it. Raven Duck will, spank me.
Raven Duck's not here. What Raven Duck doesn't know won't
That's
tell
right. Raven Duck's on holiday.
He is.
Imagine that. Imagine missing the final race so you can go sailing.
Go eat fries, apparently.
Yeah, fries in Friesland.
Yep.
And now all the Dutch people are going to be yelling at me for calling it Friesland.
If we don't debate someone and trigger someone, have we really commentated a league race? You know what I'm saying?
This is true. This is very true.
I feel like it's in our job description to trigger someone.
And usually it's Yonti, so
Yeah. Oh man, I think he loves and hates my commentary. I flame him all the time, especially if he watches this back, which I know he will because he usually does. When he watches this back, oh man, I usually get from Beaker. Man, when I used to commentate Beaker's league races, oh my god, he used to just abuse me in DMs. I'd be talking about something happening, and then I'd get DMs like later, a few hours later, going, "Look how bad your decision was here." Blah, 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 blah. I'd get, oh my word, thinking about it makes me hurt.
The thing that I really love about Beaker though is he doesn't realize that it's literally our job to speculate nonsense to get people thinking about other other things happening. It's like, that's never going to happen.
What's the point, Beaker?
Good Beaker.
Fredrickson.
Yeah, so that he had his drive-through removed and given a 30-second penalty instead.
Isn't that 40? That looks like 40 to me.
Yeah, but that was, he already had 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Never mind.
So Ogden is out and is going through Rouge Radion. He's actually already on the Camel Straight. Never mind, scratch that. So he has got a juicy lead on Levchenko, who's a...
Yep.
No, wait. Katan is P3.
Katan's managed to make a jump. Yeah, where did that come from?
How's he done that?
Wait, no, he's not. He's Katan's 5th.
Okay.
Yeah. You had me worried for a second there.
Well, it said he was P3, right?
Yeah, it's because he's just came out of the pits, though.
Yeah, that's fine. We can live with that.
Yeah.
Vesmil says he's probably going back to the Aston. The Porsche is fun, but that rear end is something else. Yes, 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 and yes. To be honest, like I think the Porsche is one of those cars that is a really good car for somebody who's phenomenal. But at the same time, it's so bad at so many tracks. It's just not worth, you know. Srasvitia, Melissa. Hello. Hello, only 12 people joined. Nope, we had 15. We lost 3.
We lost 3.
We lost 3. Because they crashed severely. And they RQ'd, as it is known.
Yep, so we've lost Vesmil, Adrian, and Kononov. But yeah, looking through it, Hackler's already only half a second behind Levchenko, so he is fighting for that P2 spot once again.
Yep. Hopefully this time it doesn't result in any sort of contact, because that would be ideal. No.
That would be ideal.
Neolisa.
You know, speaking of comments that you get from people after commentating, you know, about like the things that you say. You know, the one thing I love about doing this is every Friday morning I wake up from a message from Rick Friedlich talking about the commentary and how much he enjoyed it, and it's like it just warms my heart.
Oh, you get DMs from McFreelick? Oh.
Yeah, it's because we're besties.
Right, I see. Okay, cool. Well, McFreelick, when you watch this back, I just want you to know I don't like you anymore.
Because you're too popular now, you know. You're a celebrity. He's afraid to talk to you.
Celebrity. And drive-through fiancé.
See if that did pop up, man. Oh, he would be raging at you.
No, because in fairness, it looked like he'd cut the corner again. He's actually got a warning according to the... I think that's the warning column. May have got a no time gain, but...
He got no track.
Fastest lap in the race so far is a 2:18.393.
By Mr. Ogden.
Yep, our race leader, who's a beast, might I add. I'm going to keep saying it. Porsche is the best car overall if you combine all track lap times, but you need the right setup and you need to know how to drive it. Confirmed. I agree. I think the Porsche is a fantastic car. I think it's the acceleration it's got is ridiculous. I think the cornering speeds it's got are ridiculous. The only issue it's got is that, and it's braking. Oh my word! It has the best brakes in the game. I'm almost certain of it. It just cannot handle top speeds, and it's very snappy. Hello, Noosa. Just driving which you're most comfortable, except for the McLaren. Screw that car. Okay.
Oh, Noosa.
Ban Noosa?
Got that fighting talk on right there.
Been nice knowing you, Noosa. You have a nice vacation.
Nice vacation in the sin bin.
Except the GT4 top speeds. I've not driven many GT4s. I know that Melissa's like a big fan of the GT4s. Specifically Camaro. Although today Melissa found out that the Camaro does not allow you to change bump stop ranges at all. They're all 0. Oh, nice. Yonsei. Oh, my word. Look how big that ass is in that car. My God. It's beautiful.
Proving the Chungus once again.
I love the Chungus. I mean, the thing you got to remember is Levchenko is the guy that we've said so many times he has an incredible defensive drive.
The best defender in this league.
Well, ever. I would go so far as to say ever. I have never in my life seen anyone defend as good as he does.
Can someone in chat please just clip Raggy saying, I love the Chungus?
I love the Chungus chode.
Oh, there we go.
Is that better?
There we go. Yep. I love these highlight reels.
Here we go. Yonsei. He's got the run he needed. Levchenko had a bit of boo-boo. He's gone to the inside because he knows that, well, there's an Audi coming for me. I didn't quite get the run I needed. The Audi's going to have to take the outside into Leikun, but this is going to be so difficult. The brakes are actually favored, I believe, for the GTR. Yep, it is. There he is. The outside is not the run you need with the Audi. He will have to sit back. And again, proving our point that Levchenko is an absolute machine.
Yep, best defender I have ever seen on online racing. And, you know, really high up there in IRL racing too. He positions that car so beautifully and just makes it as wide as possible. This is like, you know, Alonso against Hamilton right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I forgot about that. That was such an insane defend as well. Yeah, he is literally Alonso, but in a GTR.
Yeah.
Let's catch up with the chat again. So, Melissa's also found out that the BMW GT4 is a rocket ship in a straight line. Paul Berger says, I mean, the Porsche has GT4 top speed. What, as in, it's got the fastest top speed in GT4? That's pretty mental. I really love the Porsche for wheel-to-wheel battles. It's so agile, but that top speed deficit is really demotivating. Yeah, it really, especially at Paul Ricard. Oh my word, I fell for Hansen. He was in the Porsche, I was in the Audi. Honestly, it didn't matter what he did on that track. I was just cruising past him. There was no way he could defend. And obviously, he can only make one defensive move. There was nothing he could do about it. But Yonti, he is so close to the back of Levchenko. He's not going to want to take the outside run through the bus stop if he can avoid it. But he hasn't got a choice about it. The GTI is such a big car, and Yonti will have to sit behind him. Yep. Again, we go once more.
Melissa has thrown the challenge down. She says that she's better at defending than Levchenko. So, you know what, Melissa? Show me. I want to see you in this series or the rookie series defending like an absolute champ.
Yep. You got to be better than Levchenko to claim the title.
Yep. Keeping an eye on Thompson as well because he's having a good little scrap with the Catan. He might be able to make a move towards the end of the Camel Straight, but he might just be a little bit too close going into Eau Rouge Radion. Hopefully he doesn't lose it. He's got through cleanly. This should be a good move for Thompson.
Yeah. This is done. This is donezo. The Bentley doesn't have the top speed. The McLaren does have the top speed. He's already alongside of him. He's coming into the braking zone as well, which is going to be... Yeah, granted, the Bentley has better brakes, but he has the outside line, which is not good. He's holding it, though. Fair play to him. Oh, he's actually taking a lot of curb there. Yeah, that's now the McLaren through. F. Good.
Yeah, that's
attempt.
a good effort from Catan, though. And he's not giving up yet. He's trying to go up the inside and make a little send. Can he make it down? No, he backs out. Probably for the best. That would have been very difficult to pull off, but that's Thompson through. And Thompson's now going to try and catch up to this battle that's in front of him as we have lost another driver, which
was Sam Bauer. Oh, he's back. Is he back?
It was a safety car that disconnected.
Yeah, that's a safety car.
So safety car has decided, you know what, I'm not needed. You know, screw safety.
Yeah. There's not going to be any crashes. I can get practice. I'm pretty sure it's Yoshikaki. I was corrected on one from the last time I attempted to pronounce it. Oh, he has. What happened? Going through Puan. Levchenko is on the outside. Yonsi on the inside. Back still behind him. Big send. Oh no, Yonsi! No!
Is this another penalty
incoming? Oh, did he give the position back? He should have done. I think he's just gone, I'll just take the penalty. No, Yonsi! Right, when you watch this back, Yonsi, you are grounded. Go and clean your room. Yeah, Yonsi's getting a penalty for that, hands down.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Do you know how normally we get told, like, the stewards do the decisions? No, Yonsi's getting penalised for that one, and I don't care.
I'm just bringing it back up.
I don't think so. Right.
I'm bringing it back up on my screen just to see if I can see how it looked from...
I've got a full minute, so you're going to have to wait a full minute now, because I wanted to see if I could do it again, but yes, I will... Yeah. When the minute is over, I will go to the replay and we'll have a look.
I've just watched it again, and even from Yonti's onboard, like, that was definitely just a dive bomb. Like,
yeah.
Sorry, Sorry, Yonte, but yeah, that one's on you.
Yeah. Kvyat is here. Confirmed. Come on, the 1 minute replay timer. We could watch somebody else. Watch Ogden. He's not doing art, but we can watch him. Excuse me. One more, maybe? Yeah. Ogden is driving incredibly carefully now.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got a warning or two himself, so he's just, 8-second gap. Possibly a penalty coming for Hakala. Just take it easy.
I also just noticed, I said that and didn't even look at the last lap that Ogden just did. Because he just set the new fastest lap of the entire race on that last lap, and it was also his PB. So it was at 2:18.219. Alright, I take it back. That was not him taking it easy. Right, let me have a look at this replay. So, where was it? Here? Where's Levchenko? Am I even looking at the right person? No, I'm looking.
Professional streamer, guys.
There we go. Bully me anyway. Right, this is the incident. Watch it from the onboard of Yonti. Oh, yeah. See, he's gonna. This is the thing. This is so similar to the incident I had at Hungary. And I was like, he moved in the braking zone. He moved in the braking zone. He can't do that. But I think that's what Yonti's going to take the same thing. However, Yonti did say it was absolutely my fault. He's going to have no other choice but to say this is absolutely his fault.
I've not watched yours yet, but I will watch it and I will compare. I'll compare notes.
It's so similar.
And I will mediate the divorce proceedings between yourself and Yonti.
The divorce proceedings. Hey, you're the head simp. He's not.
Oh, baby.
Oh, another penalty for Yonti. Yeah, even the stewards agreed. And it's a 15 this time, so
yeah,
harsher than before.
Yep, no so that puts him way down the order right now to like P5 territory.
Wait, how can you say that, Melissa? 64. You literally said in my DMs to me about mine, which is way less than what he just did. Well, no, that's on you. That's on you. That's on you. Is it because it's Yonti? Is it because he's finished and you love him? Yeah.
Yes.
Mielisa Golovkina. My book, 90-10. 90-10 as in 90 for the Audi, 10 for the GTR. I would agree with that bit. You cannot go for a move there. Shush. Don't take to being shushed nicely. Let's watch race leader. He's cozy. It's a McLaren. Who doesn't want to look at McLaren? Oh, I need to update my livery.
You do. You've been saying that for a while.
I just haven't done it because there's no point to doing it except there is a point.
There is definitely.
I'm just going to do it. I'm definitely going to do it. I don't care.
Do it. Let your creative juices flow.
What do I put on it now? Because obviously I'm not part of Veloce, so I don't have any of the sponsors on it anymore. So there's R&E, obviously. And maybe traction if I want to. I don't know. I don't want to make it pink though. I really don't want to make it pink.
Yes, you do. Make it pink.
I don't want to make it pink.
I'll send you my pink car so that you can model it after how great my pink McLaren looks.
I've seen your pink McLaren. That thing made me want to vomit.
I'll have you know that's a beautiful looking car.
Kind of dislike the Camaro now. It's impossible to drive at Spa and Brands Hatch. Thank the Jesus. Melissa, just do us all a favor. Just go straight into the McLaren. Okay? Everybody's going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. You're going to be happy. Everyone else you drive on track with is going to be happy because it's a car you can drive. And life is good. Just do it. Hopefully we get to take you on next season. I made the jump. You jump from, as in you're going into Sprint Series?
Oh my.
But what region? EU or... Because I can't race in EU, unfortunately. I want to, because I would be able to slap these fools. You know what I'm saying? No, I couldn't. But I would like to race in the EU. They need me more as a commentator than they need me as a thing. You're going to NA? Ooh, I don't race in NA. You should race in AP. You can't, but I want to. You should race in AP. I can't drive it. It has 3 TC max. You need 5. I don't think you do. One thing I didn't like about the McLaren GT4 was you cannot downshift mid-corner. That thing will just go boom and throw you around. It's weird how many incidents there's been with this few drivers. Poggers. Hello, Atom. Yes, there has been a fair few. A few of them of which being Yonti. I've raced
That's a bit harsh.
Pubs, I think. Not harsh, it's truthful.
I mean, harsh but fair, but harsh.
It's truthful. Yonti's going to lose so many plays. He's only losing 2, actually.
No, you'll drop to P5.
No, he won't.
Oh no, it was going to drop to P5, but Catan, yeah, is now just outside that limit. Just hovering at that limit.
Hovering. Can I just say, Octane is on fire. He's gone. 2:18.4. No one else on track is doing 18s.
Nope, he is lightning.
Auntie is giving us a headache. I might just focus on GT3 again. Oh my lord. Is this pinch me, I must be dreaming. What car though? If you say Bentley, I swear I will find out exactly where you live. And I will uninstall ACC. I'll uninstall the Bentley part of the SEC game for you. I could do that from here, to be honest. But I have to go all the way over to Russia.
Russia.
Oh, that's a bit of a bump. Is Reese Spence Rob racing in the next?
I haven't actually checked the sign-ups, but
let
I
me
hope so.
It, shall I?
I hope so.
Oh, I think Dennis is doing the. Oh, my boy.
Yes, Dennis is doing it. Yes, he is. We Den.
We got 50. Oh, I'll tell you something. There's more people than I thought there was for the next split. I thought there was only going to be 11. There's going to be 15 again, so that's good. James Mead signed up. So James Mead's going to be there. Kujan. We're still waiting to see if Martin's going to be there. Max Trainer, Matt Dello, Luke Francis, Beniecki, Rosendal, Tillett, Holzer, Hussein, Schelikens, Black, Seredy, Vinen, Reese Spence Rob is going to be there. Confirmed. All right.
Happy days.
I will say that.
Happy days.
Happy talky, happy talk. Talk about things you like. If you don't have a dream. Why is Chris Vining chaving a Corsa?
I mean, you can ask him yourself.
What?
He's just showed up in chat.
Chris, why are you chaving a Corsa? Are you a chav and do you own a Corsa? If you're neither, good. If you're either, get out. Isn't Chris from Halifax? No, which one's from Halifax? Yeah, Chris is from Halifax. Is it Chris from
Doxing the poor guy. My lord.
He told me himself.
Doxing him.
In a chat, in a public forum, he told me himself. James. I can't remember. Somebody told me they were from Halifax. Yeah, this is the downside to having a shocking memory.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be out for now. I'll get some practice in a bit once I'm home. Good job, guys, in the country. Thank you, mate. Overall, by the way, undercut, not bad. But I don't think it's that big a deal. So take that in mind. Good luck in your race, mate. Martin hasn't joined us since round 1. Why? Truthfully, I'm a homeowner in a Beamer, but it's still funny, and I'm absolutely not from Halifax. Halifax, take that back. Okay. I apologize. I take that back. Truthfully, I'm a homeowner in a Beamer.
That's such a flex. I can afford a house and a Beamer.
That is that's a... What do you do? Are you like a gigolo or something?
Because
I bet you he works in sales. I guarantee you he works in sales. Chris, I know it. He's either a bank manager or he works in sales. Watch this. Chris, confirm, if you don't mind. But if you do mind, tell me shit.
Yeah, just scream docks, docks, docks.
Ducks?
Yep, ducks.
And air conditioning. This
Air
guy.
conditioning in the house or in the car, because everyone gets air conditioning in the car. That's not that much
Yeah,
of a
that's
flex.
cheating, yeah. Although mine doesn't work currently.
Oh no, he's talking about the house, because remember he was saying in the other race when we were all
yeah, he
sweating our
was.
testicles off.
Ah,
Oh, fuck that guy.
Pardon my language here, but fuck you, Chris, alright? I just told me he used to be a kingpin.
Yeah, I was a kingpin, which is exactly how I can afford my house and car.
A merchandiser for Tesco. Absolutely miles off.
I mean, that's a shop, so you know.
What is merchandiser?
Someone that goes round and makes sure all the labels are pointing in the right direction. It's got the discount price on it.
He's got a homeowner and a Beamer driver and air conditioning. There's no way he does. Don't need any, that's a flex. Or what, air conditioning? Why? Where do you live? What part of Antarctica do you live in?
I don't need any. So you don't need a car, you don't need a house, you don't need air conditioning.
All three. Austria?
Oh, there's no houses in Austria?
It's just shacks.
I suppose I can understand then why Arnold left. It's like, I'll go lift everything to get me a house.
Siberia is colder than Antarctica? I find that hard to believe.
It is also the Antarctica, there's not really much in terms of weather. Siberia, there's lots of weather.
I was seeing... So Melissa sent me a link the other day to like a drone view of Siberia. And the difference between summer and winter is crazy. Yeah. It's absolutely mental. It's literally like looking at photos of the North Pole and photos of some tropical beach somewhere in like the Bahamas. It's crazy. If I went into the pits probably to get new tyres, might go for the fastest lap.
He might indeed, but he's probably not going to get it, if I'm honest. Ogden's just so comfortable and such a good flow.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I was talking to a friend because I was like sizing up, you know, a few years ago about moving to Canada, because it's like I want to move to a place that has proper seasons rather than, you know, a wet summer, a wet winter, like just a slightly colder, wet, you know, wetness in the winter in Scotland. But like proper seasons, and like Canada, like it's warmer summers than us, but colder winters. And I was like, that'll do.
Can you imagine living in a climate where it has a 75 degree difference between summer and winter?
I mean, no, because I am Scottish and that would kill me.
It's true. You only go up a few degrees.
Aye. We accept minor fluctuation. We were not programmed for we were not programmed for you know, stress testing.
Stress testing. Load balancing, yeah.
Yeah.
Stress testing. That's fantastic.
I can hear you laughing into your drink.
I was trying to have a drink and I couldn't.
Hopefully it doesn't go over the keyboard this time, and that's all we require.
I have learnt my lesson. It is very far away from a keyboard. Plus, I have a much smaller keyboard, so it's harder to hit.
So you're just improving your accuracy.
Yeah, it's target practice now. I wrecked my old keyboard. I haven't actually plugged it in to see if it works too bad. Plus, even if it did, the keys would be really sticky.
I mean, they were sticky before.
But, oh, no.
Because it's not the first time you spilt drink, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. It genuinely isn't. That's the worst part. Oh, it's so warm in this room. Absolutely boiling.
Oh, take off all your clothes.
That's it. Do you think we're going to see a drive-through on last lap?
No.
If so, who?
Ogden. I don't expect to see one, but Ogden.
No way. Yonti's not getting it. No, Yonti's not getting it. I mean, he can't get another win anyway.
He wouldn't get it. Yeah, he wouldn't get it.
if Levchenko gets the win because Ogden, I don't want to say it. I feel bad even thinking it.
You should
Did
feel bad
say
thinking
Bauer's not getting the fastest lap? He did say that, and Bauer has not yet got the fastest lap.
Yeah.
Although he is 7/10 faster, which would put him on a 17.9.
Oh, could do it then.
Where is Bauer?
He is sector 3. So this is the bus stop corner that he's been nailing so
oh my
well.
God. He's 1.3 seconds up. 1.4.
Why
There's
did you
no
do this to
way.
Power? Come on.
Why didn't you do this when Yonsei was fighting him?
Yeah.
Has he got it? He got it. He actually got it.
2/10.
18-0. All right.
Yeah.
We take that back. When I moved to the Netherlands for my internship, I took a plane in November. It was minus 50 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is. When I boarded the plane in my seat, when I freezing. When I arrived in the Netherlands, it was 65 Fahrenheit. I had 3 coats on. 3 coats?
You must have
Everyone
looked
looked at
like an absolute psychopath.
How do you sit on a plane with 3 coats on? I mean, a flight from Siberia to the Netherlands must have been like what? 7 hours? 8 hours? And you sat there with 3 coats on the whole time? You mad lass.
The coat was also doubling as a pillow.
That's actually a genius idea. I'd get a puffer jacket just so I could sleep on it.
Oh yeah, there we go. You just stick the pillow in the hood and you'd be like, oh, there we go.
It's just gone. 11 hours? Even worse. Hell of a flight that, isn't it? Took them off, of course. So good too. See, when I went to Turkey, I didn't sleep the entire flight. I was so, like, on edge.
I am honestly so sad because when I went to Singapore, it's like a 16-hour flight or something. And, like, obviously it's Emirates, so you get, like, all the free food and free drink. I slept the entire way there and the entire way back. I missed all the free food and drink. I was so sad.
Well, after all that, the 1 hour race is over and Ogden will cross the line to take the big old Dubsky. And I'll tell you something, he's bloody deserved it. That was a really good drive from Ogden to do that.
Yep.
I mean, you can't say so much, can you? He drove really well until he didn't. And then it was slap on the wrist from the stewards a couple of times.
I mean, he drove really well. He just also drove through people really well.
Yeah. His excuse is he's played F1 so much, all the desync he was expecting, and he kind of carried over with him.
Okay, throwing some shade. You wonder why the Codemasters don't like you.
Yeah. Wonder why I'm not on their race ahead, whatever it's called. Wagner? Looking for a P6.
Wagner?
I actually think this is Wagner's best race so far this season, you know? He's literally had it.
Yeah,
He's not had to fight anyone, apart from obviously the initial couple of laps. Everything else, pretty cool. Tudor, Russell take P7. Nathan Pierce, who was looking really fast, had the big slapperino from his teammate, and finishes P8. You ready for the other split? Me too.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a prediction in for split 2. Respins Rob Paul.
I mean, it's kind of, you know...
Actually, having said that, he is in a Porsche.
Are you already, like, throwing out your prediction? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I've thrown one out.
No, but you've thrown it in a bin. You're just going to be like, nah, it's not happening because... Porque?
Because he's in a crap car.
Porque. Telling porques.
So yeah, Yonsei does finish P4 after penalties have been considered, which we kind of knew anyway. Slavkovsky in P10, Fredrickson P11, and then that all that. Right, let's move over to the other split arena. Red. I'm just practicing my phlegm for when I have to pronounce.
I did see that, you know, you were cut off when you had to say his name in the split. You know, it was adorable.
The server dead?
Um,
Just click connect and nothing's happened. Win?
I'm just trying just now.
I'm gonna take.
I'm in.
You're in? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I may have clicked connect a bit too quick. Or my game crashed. I don't know. One of the two.
Probably the game crash, because, you know, that seems like the type of thing that happens to you.
Ah. UE4 AC2 game has crashed and will something. Errors.
And will something.
Fatal error. Are you going to watch Le Mans, Archie? I'm not watching it, Melissa. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm
answer it.
Probably going to watch little bits of it. I'm not going to watch the full 24-hour.
I can't watch the full 24-hour. F.
Why not?
I am occupied.
Ah, yes, occupied. Although I think I saw that Kobayashi got pulled, didn't he?
Did he? Is it confirmed?
I think so. Which I was actually talking about him at work, because we were talking about Japanese Grand Prix being, you know, pinned.
A date.
I mean,
there's no.
This is the thing, Melissa. It's not a date because it's not with me.
True. I'm actually wounded that you invited me to go to a wedding and wasn't even being serious.
I mean, you can come. I'm fine with it.
Dodgy now.
You're like, oh, it's a Friday. I can't come. You know, you could. I would have worn a dress for you.
Honestly, if you'd have given me sufficient notice, I would have. I
only found out yesterday.
Well, then it's on you.
Yeah, because like obviously with the state of the world, weddings have been getting pushed back, and they've been pushing back their wedding for ages. And I just like messaged me the other day and was like, "I'm set. Like you'll be getting a letter soon, invite wedding." I was like, "Oh, so it's going ahead?" I was like, "Yep. We're just getting it out of the way."
It's out the way. Right.
Getting it out the way.
Because Princey asked us to be in this not camera view, the heads-up display page. We're going to stay in this heads-up display page for the qualifying session, so you guys can see the deltas of the driver watching at the time. But I am keen to hear from you guys what you are expecting on the top 1, 2, 3 for qualifying. So let me know who you think is going to be in it. I will quickly now just flash up the who's in the race for you guys so you can see. You got Rosendal, Matt Dello, Antonio Ceridi. I will pronounce his name right. I always get myself confused. But Antonio Ceridi, Max Trainer, Luke Francis, Carl Tillett, Chris Vining, Petter Kujan, Adam Black, sorry, not Andy, Adam Black, Abdullah Hussein even, Lucas Viniecki, Mick Schelkens,
yes,
James Mead, Christoph Holtz, Reese Spence, Rob, and Andras Batori.
Got there in the end. Happy days.
You know what? I think considering we have the most diverse split out of all of the whole world, the EU has literally a mixture of everything you could think of. I think I did all right.
I'll give it to you. You know what? I'll give it to you.
I'll go with Holzer. I love that guy. Yeah, me too. Hey, Moritz.
He's the best.
GG. Was that your best finish of the season? I think it was, right? P6.
It was a good race. You know, nice clean.
66 is right, yeah. Petter Kujan. My boy, my homie. I actually have a real soft spot for Kujan. Because he's somebody who, at the start of his career in OOR, he really struggled to do laps, right? Consistency, non-existent. Whereas now, he's starting to find, especially in the car as difficult as the Audi, because a lot of people tell you that Audi is death on a plate, because its back end wants to step at all times. And I think he deserves a little bit of credit for just how much effort he's put into getting good at ACC.
Yeah,
we'll just ignore that Rouge Radiant. Yeah, honestly, in all seriousness though, yeah, he's really come a long way from where he first started.
Yeah, definitely has. And it's always good to see. Always good to see the people progress, you know. But speaking of the last race we had no Ferraris. This race we've got all the Ferraris. So 3 of them up there. We'll see just how good that car is around here and these hands. But I want to throw it to you.
Oh my God! Sorry.
Throw it to you. What's your top 1, 2, 3?
I don't know anymore because look at Chris Vining's lap time.
Yep.
What the hell is that? Chris Vining, I know that we just roasted you in the chat about 10 minutes ago. What the hell are you doing?
Is angry driving. This is it. It's just like, I'm going to prove I can get, a house on a Beamer on a, leveling job.
Merchandiser. I still don't know what merchandiser is.
It's just someone that goes around putting the reduced stickers and stuff.
I don't believe that.
No, it's genuinely, it's like any of the store staff are called merchandisers, I believe. Anyone that has to deal with a customer is called a merchandiser, I believe.
I don't think that's true.
Either way.
How is he going faster? He's a 10th up.
Because
There's no way.
Showing off that shiny new house and aircon flex, and it's just seeping into his driving.
James Mead, also in the 17s, he's on a 17.8. We're still yet to see a proper lap time from Reese Rob, although his last lap was a 2:17.6, which would put him currently P2. He is 9/10ths up, apparently, which I refuse to believe that we are going to see a 16.7 from Reese Rob. I refuse. It's not happening.
You refuse.
I flat out...
I believe.
No way. And Chris Vining, he just bottled it in the bus stop chicane. He was actually on for a better lap time until that point. He has just been a bit slower than expected, but still a 17.4. His bottle is a 17.4. Come on now.
Yep. Well, go on.
Guan.
I always have to give you predictions.
Oh, fine.
Man up. Make a guess.
Chris Vining P1, Reese Spence Rob P2, James Mead P3. Easy slaps.
Wrong. Spence Rob P1, Vining P2, Mead P3.
Okay. Jonathan Ogden. Well done, mate. My heart rate, I think, has maxed. Well done, mate. You deserve that. Really, really good race from you. And even the read on that double overtake was so good. Yes. So good. Well played, mate.
That was beautiful to see.
Holzer P1, rest, I don't care. No, I'm pissed off at him. I'm not talking to Christoph Holzer.
You're really bad about the DMs.
Reese Spence, Rob, and Poe. Oh, P2.
Oh.
2/10ths off.
But look who's going 6/10ths faster.
Nah, I'm not looking. I didn't want to look.
Chris Vining.
He's not even in sector 3 yet.
This is...
This is actually disgusting. Can I just point out, what he's doing right here is not just pro pace, as in esports level pace. This is top 3 esports level pace, I want to point out.
Yeah, this is very good to see.
In a GTR, also going to mention. He needs to get in the bin. 6/10ths, and it's climbing. It's still climbing.
It's still climbing.
He's almost at 7/10ths. Oh. This is mental. Is this guy really genuinely going to do this? And he's dropping time. Okay. Well, he's still
dropping time, but he's still 6/10ths. Come on.
If he pulls off a 6/10ths, if he finish, right, I'll tell you what. If he keeps these 6/10ths to cross the line, I will become a member right now of OOR.
Oh, go on, Chris. The wallet is in your hands.
He's not. Don't gain time. Don't gain time. Don't gain time. Stop it.
8/10ths.
No. Don't do this to me. Drop the time. Drop the fuck. All right, fine.
Yeah. Open that wallet.
What's the difference? 87 octane, 91 octane, or 93 octane? I will take the 87 octane. Did I do it?
I don't know. Did you do it?
Come on, PayPal. Welcome. It's great to have you as a member.
Happy days.
Mullock, you better appreciate that. Also, what the fuck was that? How did he just do those lap times?
Just,
16.6, dude.
That aircon is keeping the engine cool, and it's just allowing more performance to come out of the car. That's what it is.
He's so far ahead of P2.
Yeah.
Welcome
This
to the
is,
grid. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. It's good to be there.
We just need Mead to pull his finger out, and then you'll be correct.
I'm telling you. Wait, did I say Mead? P2?
You said Vining, Spence, Rob, Mead.
Okay. Yeah, Mead needs to pull it. Oh, he needs half a second up.
Yeah.
Which if he can pull it off, we'll put him...
Exactly where you need him to be.
Oh,
Right there.
right there.
Right there.
Let's go. Bring it in, boy. Bring it home. I want the 100% prediction. You better do. Welcome to the
I think
grid.
this will be the first time you've had a 100% prediction if you get this.
If only there wasn't 4 minutes and 25 seconds remaining of the qualifying, eh?
Yeah, if only, if only. Hussein actually is looking pretty quick, so he might be able to dethrone your man.
Nah. Hussein, if you bottle it, I will... I'm not even going to make it anymore. Every time I make these bets, I end up losing out.
Yeah, I don't think you've won a bet on this channel for a while yet either, so...
I made a bet with Mullock last race at the Hungaro ring, and I lost so hard. He got his best result ever, apparently.
Yeah. Yep, you bottled that one.
He was like, cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Okay, no. What did he have for dinner? Asking for a friend? Good question. But it sounds like it was something from Tesco's. Discounted?
Yes.
Oh, Hussein, 2/10 up. Coming to ruin my prediction.
Yep, he is indeed coming to ruin your prediction.
Finan half a second faster than Respens Rob in a
Well,
GTR.
he's only about 2/10 faster than Respens Rob, as you'll be about to see.
No, because Respens Rob's dropped. He's down to a 10th gain, so...
Just, yeah, well, you know, it's still got fully the sector 3.
Yeah, unless he pulls a Bauer.
Hussein, though, is absolutely coming to destroy you.
They're
Go
out
on.
of the supermarkets.
Go
What?
on.
He's not doing it, mate. It's not happening.
Oh.
2/10. 3/10. No way.
Come on,
3
come on, come on, come on.
That's 2/10. Is it even going to be 1/10? 1.5. Yeah, he's closer. Still 4/10 though.
Yeah, it's a big gap. A big, big gap. Vining, lay off the cocaine.
Left the speed, because that's what he must have taken to do this.
You know, it was brought to my attention earlier in the week that basically, you know, when films ever had to do night shoots in the not so distant past, they would just give every one of the crew, like the camera crew, the sound guys, everyone, they would just give them loads of cocaine to get them through the night shift. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah.
And that was legal?
No, but there's anything happen in Hollywood that's legal?
True. There, Ben, a red Mercedes, nightmare fuel. What? Red Mercedes? Oh. Are you referring to the murder? The murder?
Murder.
Murder. Bloody murder. There's not been a murder in Sanford in years. Yeah, I know, Melissa killed me emotionally. In fairness, like, it wasn't... The crash, the initial incident wasn't his fault. The not holding his brakes was his fault. But he got penalised for it anyway. And I got a big 32-second damage. I think he still finished ahead of me, you know? He's even more so. For me, I enjoyed looking at your front bumper, but seriously, man, we had some good battles. Loved it. Oh yeah.
We're just having a look through the timings, and Christoph Holzer is improving a little bit, but he's just invalidated and dropped it all. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up.
There you go, free link. This is the person you DM, by the way. Just cursed your qualifying. Just letting you know. Not that I'm,
he's so
not that I'm
jealous.
bitter about it.
Like, he's
Not
jealous
bitter
of
about
our
it.
love.
Right.
And
Can I bev?
You can always bev.
Alright. You do the quali ending. I will bev. I will leave you with Chris Vining's new fastest lap he's about to start doing now. In fact, we're going to do cockpit cam. Go.
Cockpit cam for Mr. Vining. This is actually, you know what? I'll get cockpit cam as well so I can see it. So here we are. We're coming up turn 1. See how late he brakes. Yeah, that was about perfect. You know, nice in on the apex. Get the corner dips there, and allows you to hook the car, and it really turns it nice and smoothly. And you can see staying nice to the right, make it a nice short run, and let's see how well he manages to do Eau Rouge Radio. Takes a lot of curb there, keeps the foot planted. That was about as good as you could do. Like, it hits that curb a little bit heavy, but unsettles the car a little bit, but you really need to attack the corners and the curb going up there, just to utilize most of it and make the corner as straight as possible. And here he comes, gets just to the end of the curb, hitting into the braking zone, clips that nicely, and again you can really like use that curb there to turn the car and cause it to spin a little bit. And you're doing the same. Maybe took a little bit too much curb there, unsettled the car, coming down into a nice, quite a difficult right-hander, to be honest. The car does get unsettled as you come in here, but he's, you know, causing it a little bit of a triangle, getting a little bit extra early on the throttle so they can, you know, point and squirt as they do. And yeah, this has been a very good run so far. He's about matching what he's done previously, but right here, this is such a difficult. I don't care what you're driving. Coming through here is always terrifying, because, you know, you're trying to carry so much momentum, and realistically, you know, as you're easing off your throttle, it's just death. It's just death. But he's been so smooth on his throttle pedal, and he's been so smooth on the brakes. And like, if you just watch his hands, he's just so casual with the turn in, and he's still gaining time, which is unreal. He doesn't look like he's really hassling the car at all. It's just doing everything he wants to do, and he's about a tenth faster than what he went. Now, it's at the moment, and probably forever, he's the only one that's in the 16s, and he's now looked about to set an even faster lap, which is insane. Again, keeping the foot planted through here, coming up towards the bus stop, and to finish off, just a few corners to go. Again, just so look at how casual he's taking this. I am upset at how much time. How much time are you? No way.
What? All right, delete him. Get him out. Don't want him here.
He's one of these aliens that we were talking about earlier.
Get him out. Works at Tesco's. Bullshit. He's a fucking Ferrari test driver somewhere, I'm telling you.
Oh, that's yeah.
All right, when did you ever think at any point in this season you were going to say, oh, you know that Chris Finan fella? He's going to be half a second, almost 6/10 faster than Reese Spence Robb?
Yeah, that's
Never is the answer.
Oh, that's unreal. But you know what? Like, he might say, you know what he is? He's an undercover cop. He says he says that he works in Tesco's, but really he's like working at that Harry's Auto Shop and, you know, the Fast and Furious, the Racer's Edge. That's where he really is working. You know, he's putting all those car mods on his car. You know, going out, you know, stealing DVD players, because who still needs them anyway?
I want to see his Motec. Ian, I'm calling it a grip hacks. He's got pad hacks, grip hacks. He's got wall hacks, aimbot. He's got them all. All right, we are about to move into the race. Now, this is all things being considered from the qualifying. This is where it really matters more than anything. It's all well and good being a time trial merchant, but if you make a boo-boo in this race, you're going to fall down like a stone. So, Chris Finan, you know that you're the fastest driver on here by quite some way, but are you the most consistent driver? I think, honestly, I'm going to be truthfully honest, I think that's where Reese Spence Robb is the better out of the two. However, we can't rule out some of the guys behind, because Abdullah Hussein, I've seen him pull off some phenomenal drives. Same for Luke Francis. In fact, since he moved house, it's like he's gained an extra 5/10, because he's just phenomenal. He's really, really good at driving in general anyway. Add on that consistency that he's shown, especially in that last race. He is really, really good. So let's see if he can replicate what he had before. James Mead, another driver who's very, very, very quick. Has had hit and misses as to whether or not he's had that consistency, but you know, good driver nonetheless. Seredy, I would say, is I'll use this word last time and I'll use it again. Passionate. Incredibly quick driver. Incredibly good when he's in the groove. Not sure why he switched to the GTR personally. I think the Porsche was better in his hands than the GTR. However, so far he has proven that he's got pace with it. So we'll see what he's got. And then Roosendaal, another driver who has shown us when he wants to be on fire, he can be on fire. This is a track where, to be fair, the Lambo's actually not that bad. And
this is a track where it's good to be on fire. That's where I thought you were going with that. I was like, all right.
Wait, I don't know. Have we seen it?
No, not recently.
Was
Well,
one
fires.
major one years ago, wasn't there? An F1.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, there's been quite a few that have had cars, burst into flame around here.
Loudest car burst here? I know
yes.
he was involved in personally.
Yeah, I think who else? We've had I think Villeneuve's car was on fire here. Irvin, his car went on fire here. Who else? Was Massa's refuel fire thing here as well?
I don't know. I cannot confirm. I actually stopped watching F1 right after they removed refueling.
Oof, that was a while ago.
Or maybe it was a bit after that. I was watching it in 2010. No, 2009. I only watched it like a little bit in 2009. And I started watching it a little bit more in 2010. I watched it a little bit in 2011, 2012. Then I didn't watch it for 2013, 14, 15. And then I started watching it again in 2016. And then I've been watching it ever since.
I mean, 29 they had already banned. Oh no, 2010 they banned refueling. 29 they still had fueling.
But yeah, I must have just got involved in it. I smashed our car up Blanchimont. Yeah, and I smashed our car up at Rouge Radion. I won't worry about it, mate. At least you weren't 21 hours into a race when you crashed your car into the wall on left-hand side after Radion. Yeah, huh? Oh.
Kubica's car caught on fire just outside the pits, didn't it? In Spa.
Don't remember.
During qualifying, he had to pull over just at the pits and had to run down the pits to grab a fire extinguisher to put it out.
I don't remember that one. Jos Verstappen, was his car on fire here? Was that here?
I think yes, actually.
I didn't think that was here. I thought that was Monza.
He had his car catch fire at the German Grand Prix.
Which one was the big refueling incident?
That was Massa, but I don't...
No, the Jos Verstappen one.
Oh, that would have been Germany? I think it was Germany. You know what we'll do? We'll phone up Jos and get it confirmed.
Yeah, boss. Remember that massive incident that's probably scarred you mentally? Can you just tell us where it was and when it was?
The one that pretty much entirely engulfed the pit lane. That one, please.
Yeah. Let us know how it went. The scars. Oh, I know. I think in terms of my endurance history, I've binned the car. I think I've only binned the car at Spa. Have I actually binned the car?
A car at Spa?
I think I've only ever binned the car once. Could be wrong. I've only actually binned the car once.
What is going on here, guys? Come on, this doesn't look like these are lined up side by side.
They're trying. They don't need to be side by side. They just need to be close. They do.
Yeah, it was a little bit further back though. The Mercedes were not.
Oh, the second row of the grid's actually a bit too far back. But we are now coming up to the start line. There's that McLaren so far back.
Yeah.
Could be a bit further up. Close up, push up, and we're away. No drive-throughs for anybody. A big jump there from Luke Francis. Then he's already got one position again on Hussein, who had a bit of an issue on the start, but looking really good here for Luke Francis. He's going to get Reece Spence Rob going in towards the Kemmel Straight. He's already got him done and dusted. Same for Andy Abdullah Hussein. Sorry, he's actually right alongside of him. I'm going to come across him with no problems whatsoever. Watch your nose. There he goes. Straight on through. He is ahead. Now, Luke Francis needs to make sure he doesn't absolutely send it. As Reece Spence Rob is trying to do the same to Hussein. Going around the outside. Hussein is off the track, and Hussein is back on the track again, but he has lost the position. And he's about to lose two as there goes Serity down the inside. He's through. That does push Hussein off into the edge of the track, as now Rosendale's going to get through. So whilst Hussein did have a great start initially, despite losing Luke Francis's place, he then ends up losing so many more. But what a jump from Luke Francis, who's actually looking for race lead. A bit of a wobble there. Just came through No Name with a bit of a wobble, and that did not help him. But to be fighting for race lead this early on, this is great news for him.
Yeah, this is absolutely great. But I do want to just take a moment to bring up the fact that Raggy's trying to start his new poetry career. You know, watch the car here at Spa, and well, there's the nose. Watch the nose. There it goes. All those other things that he's just been blurting out. You know, He's practicing, guys. You know, if you want to give him some moral support, that would be much appreciated.
You gotta lose yourself in. Is it? I'm on it. You're on it. Yeah, never let it go. Keeping an eye out around the track just to see who is feeling feisty. Respace Rob got bogged down so bad. For a car that is known to have absolutely insane acceleration speeds, he just really fell apart. But Luke Francis, that was the start I have never seen before. He gained on Hussein literally when the lights went green, and he's already closing in so quickly on Levchenko. Sorry, not Levchenko. Vining. There you go. I could do it. I saw GTR, immediately went to
just saw the Chungus and he was like, there we go.
Oh, the big Chungus.
Through that though, Delos had an instant. He's now way down the order.
Yeah.
Just getting the replay up to see what happened.
Matt Dello.
Matt Damon.
No, it's Matt Dello. Oh, who's this? Is that Rosendahl going for a bit of a move here on James Mead, or he's going to try it at least. He's got the run up the hill. Bit of a mistake there from mid from James Mead. Now Rosendahl in the back end, trying to get the suck all the way down the straight. A bit too far back to really challenge anything, so probably getting a little bit excited a bit prematurely. Story of my life. But Rosendahl has not died, and he's also not any time, but Hussein looking like he wants to try and gain that position back on him. Also up 3 positions, I'm told. Yes, up to P9.
Yes,
great start.
He's doing good. He's had a good restart. I was keeping an eye on him as they were coming through the first lap, but just found out what happened to Delo. That Ferrari decided to chew down on some curb and didn't like the flavour. Spun him out, into the wall he went.
Cheese! No, thank you. I honestly am so impressed by Luke Francis's start. Genuinely, it was incredible. He's looking like he's ready to just start. I think he might even take the win here.
Oh, you think, you know, he can do it despite being like 8/10 slower during qualifying?
Well, this is the thing. It's all well and good being absolutely mental in the qualifying, but you need to be able to do relatively similar lap times in the race. See, my problem is I am awful in the qualifying, but I'm really good in the race normally.
We're not killing people.
Today was no exception. I was really good in the race. I went from P21, I think, off the quali to P11 after the end of lap 4. And then I got
not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm sure you'll just fine.
All of the top 6, top 7 are all put together. Nice. Nice. Ferrari's still alive. Max is in there. Matt Dello is the shoe at the start is the back, and then you do have Carl Tillett even further back than that. Trying to figure out now. Actually, I might have to eat my words because Chris Vining has just toggled on his wall hacks again. Yep. And a 17.8.
Yep, that's an incredible time for the race. But you know what I'm calling? I'm calling at the end of this lap, Christoph Holzer will be P9. I feel that he's going to get black at either the end of this lap or the end of the next lap.
Ray, will you be racing the full season in AP starting September? Yes. And in the McLaren, so I have no excuses on the car. Because I'll be honest with you, I have not enjoyed driving that Lambo whatsoever. Oh, that's a mistake from Vittori.
That is squeaky bum time.
Yeah. Yeah, he held it like a beast. Luke is actually gaining on it. I don't want to say it. Sector 1 was a 10 faster for Luke. Oh no, so he was slower. Oh no, he was faster Sector 1. He was slower Sector 2. Slower Sector 3. Then that was the toe, mostly. Pick up the Macca? Yeah, boy. Nissan has more trouble warming up the tyres, right? Maybe that explains the first lap. Potentially. I don't know about that necessarily. I've never had any issues in the practice I've done so far in Laguna. But yeah. Raggy, looking forward to driving the Lambo in Endurance then. What, you're driving the Lambo in Endurance? Ooh, rest in peace. I mean, me and Yonsi have chosen the GTR because we like pain.
You like pain? Try wearing a corset.
Well, he didn't want to drive McLaren. I didn't want to drive the Audi. He didn't want to. No, sorry, no. I didn't want to drive the. He didn't want to drive the McLaren. I didn't want to drive the Ferrari. Neither of us wanted to drive the Audi. So we went, yeah, we'll just go for a GTL.
Just, introduce, existential dread and pain into your life.
Mm-hmm. Doing it with Shelley. Or Skelly, I'm going to call it that. James Mead is right up the back end.
Right up the chuff.
Right up the crevice of Cerity. And the straight line speed that he had, I mean, they both have really good straight line speed, but James Mead being in the tow as well should actually help him probably take this position. I think your gap is in his favour. Let's have a look on the cockpit. Nah, he's not close enough. Unless Cerity makes a bit of a boo-boo going up the hill, it's possible. Mead is fine. Cerity looks a bit wobbly. This could be big. This could be it then. I reckon he's going to start closing in. Going to be enough though. He is getting in, but I think Cerity managed to carry momentum with their problem. Ray, can I ask what the last 2 rounds are for? So the last 2 rounds are like a shootout, if you like a mini tournament, I believe. So it's basically, I need Mullet to confirm this 100% because I can't remember exactly how many cars are in it, but there's like I think it's like the top 15 from each, or top 16, I think, from each split get put into like so pretty much both splits now in the Europeans, but whatever. Will get put into the one split, and they fight it out for like a 2 race battle. I think it's like 4 races, if that makes sense. So it's like a race 1, like 2 days, but over 4 races, I believe. That was how they did it last time. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the exact same again this time. It's really good. If you've ever watched one before, it's phenomenal. It's really, really good to watch. The AP region was amazing last time. It was unfortunate that Bakita got shafted from her internet, but
did she not get disconnected when she was like 30 seconds in front?
I can't remember if it was 30, but it was, she was very heavily P1 and then wasn't.
Yeah, I remember that, and it was heartbreaking.
Honestly, Philippa is like my idol. She's also a Maca simp. So,
Simping away.
Pimping the pimping.
See? You're totally trying to become a poet.
Oh, dude, you better lose yourself in the moment. There you go. You might go and watch them then. So I got all... Dude, you're going to be in it. Ogden. You're going to be in it. In it. There's 2 little battles going on here. You've got Mead chasing Cerity. You've also got Hussein just past Rosendahl. Rosendal's going to try and close in again and fight back. You meant the old ones? Oh. Yeah, do that. I don't know if they're on YouTube. I think they're on Twitch. Idol, you tried to cover up the fact that you're a simp. Oh, I'm hard simping. There's no covering up. That's a hard simp. You got to play it cool. I'm one of them cool guys who simps, you know what I'm saying? It's like, she's alright. She's cool. She alright. Oh, James Mead. Is he going for a send around the outside here? I think he might even try it. That's a bit deep. Yeah, it's not going to work out. Good try, though. And now that's allowed Hussein to close in as well. So this has now become a 3-car battle as Rosendahl's just lost a little bit of gap to Hussein. Now Cerity needs to be careful because Mead, he's already shown that he's not afraid to send it. So leave a window open like that again, you're going to lose it. Or there's going to be a crash.
Yourself in the moment.
Yep. Whenever they go. Only get one shot.
Don't know how much chance to blow.
Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better. Christoph also there. He's actually fending off Vittori. He's already got him. He's already claimed
Vittori's got him. Yeah.
He was P10 already earlier.
So he must have had a moment and lost it. Missed out what happened there. Let's just see if there was any contact. There was not. So he might have lost it on his own, or we'll keep an eye.
I can't wait to see all of the European sprint drivers in that shootout.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good to see. Because they honestly, they watch like Chris Vining, Luke Francis, Response, Rob, Cerity, Mead, fighting off at the same time on the same track against like Yonti, Bauer, Thompson, Ogden. All these, it's going to be phenomenal. In my opinion, next season, if we don't get like 70 signups, we should just do one stacked grid. That would be phenomenal, Mead! Oh my word. The stopping power on that Aston was next level. I know the Nissan's got some great brakes, but that Aston stopped almost on a 5-pence. That was how quick it was.
You should probably lay off the phenomenal mead, to be honest, sir.
Why?
It does terrible things to your keyboard.
Oh. See what you did there.
But
Can you even still get mead?
I mean, you can still get honey for another few years, at least until we kill all the bees. So, yeah, we can still get mead.
Listen, the amount of bees I have in my garden, we're not losing the bees now soon. He's got this. This is it. Oh, big mistake from Hussein as well. This is a big draft moment now for Mead. Oh, don't close the door. He's closed the door, but he's still read it. Big move there from Mead. He's left the inside as well. That's so good. Coming in towards Lecoum. He should have the braking that he needs. Seredi's going to try and squeeze him as tight as he can. And Mead is through, but now Hussein is going to try and capitalize. Seredi comes out wide. Hussein gives extra space. And he is through. Well done, Hussein. But 2 corners and 2 places lost there for Seredi. He's going to be kicking himself. And this is when we start to see mistakes from Seredi. If he doesn't keep himself under control and doesn't maintain that mentality he's had in the past, then he will lose more than just that.
Yeah, you know, that 2 positions lost from 1 slight mistake going up OOR GT3. So, yeah, that was proved costly.
He's actually got Rosendahl on his back as well, so something's gone wrong for Seredi pretty hard here. Yeah, I don't know if his mentality's just dropped or if his pace in general has just dropped off, but something's gone wrong, and yeah, that one little fight and his mum got scared.
Right? Did it turn his whole world upside down?
Well, his mum told him he's moving to Bel Air, is what I got told.
Yeah. I heard he hopped in a cab, had dice in the mirror.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this anymore. We're already going to get fired.
Yep, it's coming.
Well, he hasn't actually ever said anything about... Oh, Rosendahl.
Rosendahl, yep. Just...
Gonna go? No way. Oh my god, this is big! Rosendahl! Oh, you could have carried that. You could have carried that. In fairness, that was a big stop there going through into the bus stop. He genuinely could have carried... I would have carried that.
Honestly, I don't think he could have carried that because he was getting too much drag from the size of his testicles.
Well, that's even more stopping power, isn't it? Air resistance, you know?
Oof, that was a moment.
Honestly, I wish he'd carried that because that would have been next level to watch. Is Bathory back through again? He is. These two keep scrapping.
He is back through again. Yeah.
And Bathory keep dropping. It looks like Bathory may have sent it into bus stop because the way that Christoph is. Oh my word! There's a corner there. It's not a straight. You would have had an accident, Reggie. Listen here, Joe. Listen here, Joe. We're gonna fall out, me and you. All right.
Joe, I'm on your side. Oh, we've got a big crash. We've got a big crash.
Where?
Got Rosendahl and Seredi, I think.
Oh my word! Let's go back 20. Let's have a look. So here we go. Rosendahl closing in onto the back of the GTR into the braking zone. Big send down the inside. Big clip. That's the rotation. Both gone round. Both stopping in the middle of the track. That is Max Trainer just going. Oh yeah. That Andy Black through as well. Here comes Bathory. Oh my word, that was close. There goes McFrederick as well. Is he through? I think he may have gained. Where is Seredi? Seredi has disconnected. That's some good news. Yeah,
Seredi disconnected because when he was doing the rejoin, he actually also took out a McLaren. So I don't know. I missed who it was, but I'm trying to find out.
Has to be.
Is it the only McLaren in? We've got. Yep, probably was Holzer.
Where's Rosendahl?
Rosendahl's
actually behind them, isn't he? There's no way. Yeah, he's dropping.
Yeah.
8, 9.
Yep. So Rosendahl might have regained that position after Holzer had an incident with Seredi as they were doing the rejoin. So
yeah,
that's a big sad. That was a very big sad. I mean, to be honest, there was nowhere really for Christoph Holzer to go because Rosendahl was still on the outside and Seredi was basically rejoining on the inside. And, you know, Christoph Holzer was just trying to get past the stranded cars. Seredi comes, does the rejoin, collects the McLaren. So, And nothing Christopher could have done, but that would be heartbreaking to be in that situation.
I think Wagner is trying to... Oh, Dello getting a drive-through this early on as well. That's not a good sign.
Yeah.
F. I think Wagner's trying to start something. Raggy, how is the Lambo on the brakes? Because the GDR isn't too bad, I believe. What are we trying to say there? It took me ages to figure out what you're trying to say. But I realized what you're trying to say. Lambo's good on brakes, as long as you haven't got the ABS set too high. The ABS triggers so hard on the Lambo. If you have it on like 3, when you brake, it's just like if you brake just a little bit too hard, it just lock and unlocks the brakes so much. Like way more than any other car that I've seen anyway. I'm gonna have to open this door.
Raggy's seen a lot in his long life.
I mean, I've seen a fair few. Is it pronounced Nissan or Nissan? It's pronounced like this. I'll type in the chat for you one sec. Like that. Oh, I have a picture next to my name now. The Nissan? No.
Nissan.
It's so hot in here.
So take off all your clothes.
Again. You know one thing we haven't had so far? We haven't had any film talk today.
Oh, I mean,
have you watched?
I'm always happy to talk about movies and TV. I mean, we have spoken about cocaine, so you know.
Close enough. Thanks. I've heard Nissan and Nissan and Nissan, so I'm pronouncing it Nissan or Nissan. Thanks for clearing up. You're welcome. Service we provide. Only here on OOR, specifically Europe. Badger Presley.
Yeah, this is true. I've been meaning to tell you this for a while, but I am Elvis's long lost twin.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Scottish long lost twin.
Yeah. You know, when he landed in Scotland for about 20 minutes when he was in the army, and in that moment he actually, you know, pumped an air steward, and I am the result.
What to an air steward?
You know, pumped the brakes, and I derailed the conversation. Yeah.
I see what you did. Meanwhile, Hussein has actually closed up quite nicely to James Mead, so they're going to be going up Eau Rouge Radion. I think he's got the momentum he needs as well here. The McLaren is usually slower in a straight line, except when he's in the toe, which is exactly what he's in right now. I also have the suspicion that Hussein is running a lot less wing than I've been using, because look at the speed he's got through here going into the inside. I think going into Lecum he should actually have it, because he has more aero grip than the Aston. It's just that James Mead has got the biggest cojones in the world, and he's going to stick it around the outside on both corners, but can he do it through the third and final of this little combination of corners? He cannot. The McLaren is through. Fantastic move there from Hussein. What a recovery from the start of this race.
Yeah, that's a great move, but during that fight Rosendahl actually lost it through Radion, and you know, he's now dropping down the order and been given a 15-second penalty as well for a collision with car number 14, who would have been
he's 14.
Left.
Oh, he's 14.
Seredy. Oh no, wait.
Rosendahl is 14.
Who's he had a collision with then? The only collision I can see is car 110, so that would have been Seredy then.
Oh, and he's currently stopped on track.
Yep. Saturday was indeed 110, so...
F.
Yep.
Apparently it was issued anyway, but yeah.
But yeah!
Is it pronounced Amon or Amon? Amon. Amon A. What? This battle for P4 looks like it's going to continue for a fair bit. The thing is, pit stop could make a massive difference here, especially even the top 3, because they're only 2 and a bit seconds away from each other. Obviously then Hussein, who's that bit further back now in comparison. Mead should be that little bit faster in that straight line when it comes to the run up Kemmel Straight, because the Aston is already ridiculous in a straight line anyway. Add in the fact that he's in the toe, will make it how it goes. Moritz was asking how to pronounce my last name. Oh. Amon. Amon? Amon. Okay. Anyway. Moving on.
Moving on.
Before we end up falling into the trap of Michael John.
Yep.
It should be Michael John.
It should not be.
It should be Michael John. That's what it should be.
I mean, we could add on a little phlegm. Although, found out recently it's actually means the bigger John, and so I was like, sure, I'm up for that. I have the largest toilet.
You're not Robin Hood's little friend, you're his big friend. Oh, big slide. Good catch there from Hussein, actually. Fair play.
You see, Little John's name basically was like, well, you're Little John, but you're actually massive. But then I'm also known as the bigger John, so like I'm even more massive than Little John, who's a unit.
Surely based on that logic, you're actually tinier than...
No, because, you know, he was named Little John as a joke, then I showed up and they were like, Jesus fucking Christ, he really is Little John.
Okay, I'll take that. Battle for P4. Looks like it's about to get explosive at any moment. Why could Hussein not have had this pace that he had earlier? Because if he'd have had this pace... Ooh, I'm just looking at the lap times. Just seeing Luke Francis was slightly faster than Chris Vining last lap. I mean, we're literally talking 200s thereabout.
Slightly.
But still.
But at the same time, 3-second gap, so...
We have just lost a driver. That is Rosendahl. F's for Rosendahl.
Yep. Not the way you want to see it happen from the final race, but hey ho.
Hey ho.
He was having a bit of a mare.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
We have a bit of a lull at the minute until Mead eventually finds his ball sack again. What films have you watched lately that you actually recommend?
I've not really been watching many films lately, but I have been re-watching the Spartacus TV show, which is absolutely fantastic.
Isn't it just full of porn?
I mean, yes, but there's also full of loss of blood, and there's like... So I'm watching it this time in chronological order rather than order of release. And the prequel series that was brought out, there's a guy in it, and the very first episode in the prequel series, you get introduced to this new gladiator called Gannicus, and he has a fight with someone while he's wearing a blindfold, and Kit still wins, and it's just like, oh man, it's so good. It's just so good. It's like the air of cocky confidence that he gets. It's just fantastic. You should watch it. I highly recommend it.
Hello, Robert. How you doing, mate? Hello, sim racing friends. Hello, sim racing friend. How you doing? You well? Have you got a race today? Are you racing in NA? I think you're racing in NA, right, Robert? No, you're a commentator. You're a commentator. I recognize the name. I am so crap with names there, I will be honest. Pretty sure you're a commentator. Let me check.
Can I just point out, Luke Francis was slightly faster the previous lap, and in this lap he lost a second.
Yep. Big F. Yes, I can confirm Robert is in fact a commentator. Either way, are you excited to commentate the NA? Yeah, see? I knew it. I knew it, Robert. I knew you were a commentator. You excited for NA?
Always excited. Always.
Actually, we haven't had a safety car in either. What?
Are you trying to curse NA? Is that what you're doing here?
We haven't had a safety car in this split. Commentary is kind of generous for how we do. Why? Do you think you're not a good commentator? Why would you say that? Finding is pulling away, but not as quick as I thought. Yeah. I mean, I think the last couple laps, Chris has just gone, let's go. This is where Luke should try the undercut.
Chris is going at the same pace as he was going. It's just that Francis has dropped off.
Luke Francis is in the pits. Also want to point out the temperature has dropped by 1 degree and the wind has picked up.
It has, but unfortunately there's no rain coming. So
no, not for, well, at least not for the next 30 minutes. Which means even if the rain does fall in 31 minutes time, it's going to be, unless it's torrential downpour, it's going to make zero difference. Safety car about to come out. Well, that was the whole point. No, imagine if a safety car came out right now. How mental would that be? It won't come out. It's if you get this far into a race, you're almost certain it's not going to come out unless a massive collision happens, and it would need to be enormous. I think this move here from Luke Francis. Yeah, I think this move from Luke Francis is massive. This, if it's done correctly,
massive.
Yes, exactly. I think this is huge. I think he genuinely will come out with at least a second gained on Chris Whiting. Gonna hop on out, getting ready for NA Blue action in a couple of hours. Good luck, have fun to EU. Go fast, no spinale. Roger that. Enjoy your race. I won't be watching it because I will be asleep, but I will watch it tomorrow. Not a curse. Everyone in NA has been killing it. I'm sure there won't be a safety car. Yeah. Well, enjoy your safety car.
By killing it, who are we referring to exactly?
Who's that? 60, 55? Is that 66? 66.
66
Cousin,
is
it
your
wasn't.
man Cousin.
Yep, go back 20. Let's embarrass him a little bit. Oh, I kept out of the wall. Fair play to him. Oh, what a spin. That was beautiful. You know what, Kujin? Take a bow, mate. That was a good catch.
That was indeed a good catch, actually. Yeah.
Jack, Garrity, and Hill are the three stooges to EU's Laurel and Hardy. Are they the commentators? I know Jack, obviously. Garrity and... Oh, yeah, of course. They must be then. They're the three stooges to EU's Laurel and Hardy. Wait!
I mean, yeah.
Which one's Laurel and which one's Hardy?
I mean, I think we could quite easily know which one is Laurel
if we're
and
going
which
on
one's
physical
Hardy.
appearance, I'm obviously Hardy.
Okay,
Wait,
then.
Am I? No, the other way around. The dumb one. I'm the dumb one.
I mean...
The really, really dumb one.
They're both kind
The
of...
really, really, really dumb one. The tall, lanky one. That's me.
Yeah, Hardy is the
The
larger gentleman, which I will assume the mantle.
If we're talking ego, I'm definitely Hardy.
I mean, I would say they've both got a pretty similar ego, to be honest.
Laurel's just dumb. And Laurel.
That's the point, though. They both, like, it's slapstick. They're supposed to both be dumb.
Doom, doom, doom,
You just, like, you get, like, a lot of the, back and forth.
into the pit. Oh, he didn't come in.
Although, to be fair, if we are going to be, like, if we're going to be enlisted as, like, a comedy duo, I would much rather be Ryan Stiles and Colin Mockery.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
I think those two are the funniest duo on the planet.
I'm glad you say that, Ben. Glad you finally noticed. Melissa, I'm going to say this once and once only. You are dead to me.
Dead.
Okay.
Melissa, don't worry. You can always, you know, just absolutely destroy him in a race later and make yourself feel better.
Honestly, the way that Melissa's been gaining in pace, it wouldn't surprise me. Hey, J-Rock, how you doing? What's up?
I mean, I wasn't getting in pace. I'm just meaning, like, take you out.
Oh. True. True.
So if we were Ryan Stiles and Colin Mockery, which one would you want to be?
I don't know who they are.
What?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Ryan Stiles and Colin Mockery.
I'm disappointed you didn't pick up on my sarcasm.
Have you seen the Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh.
The two tall guys who are
Ryan
absolutely
Stiles.
hilarious.
Colin
They
Mockery.
are-
I know them both. Yes, I know them
Yeah.
both. I just didn't know them by name.
Yeah. They're the funniest comedy duo on the planet.
I'll take Ryan Stiles. I think I have his.
But you've got
language.
Colin's hair.
What do you mean? You cheeky fuck. Not that bad.
It's fine. I'm Colin whenever he's wearing like one of the prop wigs. That's what it is.
Wow, Melissa, that hurts, man. Jesus, you went straight for the jugular there, didn't you? Alright, I'll take that. Fine. Is that a back arcade? Is that Adam Black? Adam Black? Yes, it is.
Just having a look at the drivers who have yet to pit. Vining and Spence Robb still got some good, decent pace, and if we have a look, because realistically they are fighting Francis, and so whatever Francis does on this lap will determine whether or not he's actually gaining on the two in front. Vining has lost a bit of pace. I don't know if that was potentially a back marker, because he has been overtaken. Well, actually, he's not overtaken anyone yet, but he is stuck right behind Christoph Holzer and Vittori right now. So maybe he was caught up with something. But yeah, that's something to keep an eye on. So right now, Francis About halfway through the sector 3, so we'll be able to find out shortly. And now he's crossed.
Gosh.
And
18.
18.4, so he's gaining. He is gaining on Vining at the moment, but not enough, we would say. Not enough. We'll see, but that's about a half-second gain so far from the pit stop alone.
Actually, Chris as well is kind of in traffic. It's Christoph Holzer, I believe, who's just passed.
Yep.
He's at risk of finding himself at the mercy.
Let's see if he comes in this lap.
Yeah,
he's coming in this lap.
Oh, he's in.
So right now that 4-second gap's probably dropped to about 3.5. So he needs to absolutely nail this pit. Oh, he looks like he lost a lot of time on his pit entry though. That's probably another second. Yeah, that's probably another second lost. So this could be a very close battle for the lead down the Kemmel Straight when Vining comes out of the pits.
Actually, I'm going to go on board with Vining as he's going down the pit lane. I just want to see if he takes the pit box fine, because if he takes the pit box even slightly wrong, that could genuinely cost you 2 seconds. If that happens, that will mean that Francis is ahead. He will be your race leader if he misses his pit box. No pressure, Chris. I imagine you're probably listening to us talk crap about you.
Your aircon and your Beamer and your nice house.
Yeah. Merchandising.
Unbelievable.
I still don't know what merchandiser is. I don't believe you with your description.
It just puts on reduced labels to everything. Just goes on. Tin of beans reduced.
I'm pretty sure it's more than that.
Are you trying to say that beans shouldn't be reduced?
No, I'm pretty sure his job is more than that. Here we go, into the box. And stop. Wasn't the best entry. Fortunately, we can't see him being up on his stilts. We've no idea how well it's done, but we can watch Luke Francis go around the mulberry bush.
Yep, and to be honest, from where he is now, like I'd say that this is Francis's to gain right now. Vining's not moving yet. Realistically, he needs to start moving now if he's to keep this position.
Well, he is.
And he's not moving. He's now down. Yeah. So this is going to be very, very close.
Oh,
Francis is going to have the overspeed.
Do we do a Jamie Saxon special? Oh, that's not the way up the hill.
That's Vining coming out the pits as well. Had a big snap as he was trying to think. So that both of them made a slight mistake there.
But look at the gain he's gained from all of this. This is huge for Luke Francis. He's not necessarily in a position where he can attack, but bear in mind the GTR, in Chris's hands at least, struggles for the first lap or two, and Luke's tires are going to be peak. They're going to be at best performance right now. He's going. Oh, this is going to be a juicy one because I reckon Luke's going to send it soon, and I think if he gains that physical position ahead of Chris Vining, Chris is in big trouble. I mean, you got Respence Rob who's also in the pits as well, so he's going for a very long overcut on both of them, which will not work out, I can guarantee you. So yeah, undercut is definitely the way to be.
Yeah, and this is, as we say, 4 seconds was the gap before the pits. Right now, about half a second.
Yeah, exactly.
So you gain 3.5 seconds in the pits.
I mean, there were a good few laps between them, but it does demonstrate we're talking 8/10 thereabouts per lap gain.
Yep, potentially.
So it's quite a big deal. Luke Francis, though, this is the key moment now. He needs to get ahead of Chris. He cannot let Chris stay ahead, because if Chris stays ahead and Chris gets those tyres into peak performance over the next 2 laps, there is no way that Luke will stop him. Because Chris will just get back into his groove and then run away. If Luke doesn't go for a move in a minute, he stays P2.
Yep, he's got probably till the end of the Kemmel Straight to get this done.
He was very quick, remember last time. There was a really good chance that he had, but the other problem you've got is, we're talking about the big chungus. That car is not easy to pass whatsoever. It has the biggest backside I think I've ever seen in ACC. And I've seen some big, thick booties.
Yep. If you want to know about big, thick booty, Raggy's your man to speak to.
That's true. Can't confirm. I like big butts and I cannot lie. How many song references have we done in the stream?
Too
my
many.
god. Where's Reese? Oh, the
What?
rejoin. Whoa, they're so
What?
close.
How? He wasn't going particularly much faster than these guys during but again, he's also gained time. So the only person that's lost out in the pits really is Chris Vining.
Yeah.
So yeah, Spence Rob, what did you do?
Get your Ainsley Harriet memes going, because this is going to be spicy. I like Ainsley Harriet. He's quite funny.
Oh, he's so good. I love it when he's like, you know, I probably can't say this on the thing, but he's like just rubbing the meat.
Nice.
Oh, Ainsley Harriet, I think, is one of these guys that is very well aware of, like, you know, when you look at like Dino, you know, he's saying stuff and he doesn't realise that the guy sometimes on the show with Holly Willoughby and what's his face? Yeah.
Philip Scufford.
Yeah. The cooking guy there. Like, he'll say things.
That's not his name, is it?
I think it's Dino, is it not? Either way, he'll say things and he'll not realise that it sounds really funny.
Sausage in a hole.
Aye, sausage in a hole. It was just like, and if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. You're like, what? But
there's nothing better than watching Holly like cross her legs trying to stop herself from peeing live on TV.
Yeah, so funny. But like, I think Ainsley Harriet is very well aware of the things he's saying, and he's just like, I am doing it for the memes, and I love you, Ainsley, for doing so.
Luke Francis, please do me a solid here, mate. Just get him.
Hear this, Chris. Hear this, Chris. See what's happening here.
Kick him in the face for having AC and rub it in everyone else's face.
That's jealousy. Melissa, I do play ACC.
That's a very good question, Melissa.
I just don't play often.
No, he's a liar, Melissa.
In
He
fact,
literally spent £1,200 on racing sim equipment and has used it for about 30 quid's worth, and that's it.
If I needed a new wheel anyway, because let's face it, my old wheel was a disaster. But
in what way?
I couldn't steer straight. It was like,
oh, you mean the one before this Fanatec?
Yeah. It was an absolute disaster. But yeah, if you want to see me driving an ACC, if Joseph ever gets his finger out and edits the video, we will have one for you to watch.
True. Yes. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm gonna have to edit myself at this rate. And we're not talking about Tiger Racing, we're talking about my brother. The name that sounds like you're having a stroke every time you say his name.
I mean, I'm often having a stroke when I'm talking to your brother.
Okay. Okay, that's sus. You need a rig, that's what you need.
I do need a rig. That was actually, I've got my nice new chair, which I've not tried to race in yet, but it is actually a bit taller as well. So I'm thinking I might actually have to rearrange my desk setup until I can get a rig. Because yes. But yes, a rig will be coming probably at Christmas once I get some tasting monies. And
then we'll see you even less on.
Yep, exactly. I'll get the rig and I'll just take pictures of it, and then I'll never race again.
Ever.
Never.
I am desperate for a new rig, actually. What I've got is not doing well. You know what they say about people with tall chairs?
Alcohol in it.
No, actually. I'm not even going to say it whilst we're live on stream. I will say I've never spilled alcohol on it. Yeah. Are there any 2 to 4 hour races at Catalonia? I'd feel pretty confident there with my low 44s. Not that I know of. And even if there was, hell no am I racing that track. Through that track. Why can you not like good tracks, Melissa? Huh?
That one, yeah,
it's just Pepsi. Exactly. I've only ever spilled Pepsi. That's it. Yeah, well, this is what I was saying, J-Rock. As soon as, if Luke Francis didn't get him in those couple of laps, as soon as Chris Vining gets into his groove, which is exactly what he's done. So just to give you a clue as to how fast Chris is feeling right now, last lap from Chris Vining, 2:17.3, almost 4. Luke Francis, 2:18.1.
Yep.
That's how
However,
fast Chris is right now.
Fastest lap on track right now is Hussein in P4, so he is lightning quick. He's just quite a bit away from this podium battle at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 6.7 seconds, in fact. But, I mean, 1.2 second gain on Respence Rob last lap. If he can maintain that, he will be within attack range by the end of the race. Again, one thing to catch up to somebody, another thing to pass them. That's the thing.
Yep.
You would with me. Sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear it. I said something along the lines of, if you're asking me to race with you at Catalonia, hell no, not happening. Screw that track. Why can you not like good tracks? Was the exact words I said.
Raggy, he just absolutely, he hates all good things in life. And Catalonia is one of the good things.
It just isn't.
It just is. It's just great.
It just isn't. Catalonia is one of the worst circuits to ever exist. I just want to do an endurance race with someone.
Catalonia just weeds out the weak. That's what it does.
Catalonia is my strongest track, and I feel confident there. Well, first of all, you need to actually be able to confirm when you can actually do an endurance race. If you needed a teammate and it was Catalonia, I would bite the bullet just for you. However, don't expect me to do it a second time, because no chance.
Hear this. Hear this. Look at that. That's Raggy letting down his walls. He's embracing Catalonia.
I'm embracing it. I'm doing someone a favor. Their only ever endurance race, which will probably end up dying in the first hour or so anyway, because Catalonia sucks. Huge.
Dying. Guess who's just hit the wall? Mr. Black going up OOR Radion.
Did he now? Oh, he did.
Yep.
Watch it back. Oh, that's wide. Oh, that's really wide. Oh, that's a snap. Oh, my word. Rest in peace, Adam Black's front end. Do you think I'll bin it? No, I think the track will kill us.
I think the track will kill Raggy because he's underprepared and underconfident.
Oh my word, that's a boo-boo. Who's that? Is that Adam Black?
I think he's just letting people by. Because he is blue flagged.
So sad. Can't tell it in the pits. And probably retiring.
Yeah. 3 laps down. Not having a very good day. But not retired yet. So
cheers to Viniecki. He has been constantly improving over the last few rounds. Not the easiest car to drive. What's he driving? Honda? Yeah. I mean, look at it. It's the Castrol livery, that's the problem. If we didn't have that Castrol livery, probably now it'd be P1. Easy.
Yep, that's it. We all know that the livery costs you 5/10 a lap.
Confirmed. Chris Vining's laps are phenomenally quick. Yeah. He's just done a 2:17.0, which is only half a second away from his qualifying lap, and that's after pitting and refueling. He's on fire. Guy's on fire.
Yeah, he's doing crazy things.
There's a health code I can lose during free time as I work different times each week. So yeah, and Catalonia is the only track where I can match fast people's pace because I grinded. Is it ground? I think it's ground. Ground that track.
We've had another death. Kujin, also a victim of OOR Radion.
Let's watch it as we go up Eau Rouge into Radion. Misses the apex quite drastically. Spinella kept out of the wall? Kept out of the wall. No death. Big Spinella. I actually spun in my race earlier.
I am very surprised. Please tell me more.
You are what I like to call a mountain.
Yes.
You're hilarious.
Yep. It's full of hilarious.
That's the good thing about endurance. Upright pace doesn't matter as much, so you might find you enjoy other tracks as well. Yeah, the issue is she can't always confirm that she's going to be there. That's the problem. If Melissa said to me, hey, I've got an endurance race on X date, can you join it? And I'd say, yeah, probably. Like, probably the most available person to join people for endurance races. As long as they don't do it. I've got endurance race in 4 hours' time. Are you available to drive? Otherwise, you're going to get a no. For two reasons. One, because that's super last minute. And two, I hate going into endurance races with no practice. Hate it.
But yeah, Melissa's unfortunately too busy saving lives. Like, come on, get your priorities straight.
Selfish.
Yeah.
Well, now we taught her. Move on.
Yep. Moving swiftly on.
I can't believe that Chris is still gaining 0.6 per lap on Luke Francis. And that's not to say that Luke Francis is slow, because he's doing a 2:18.2. But that Chris is just that fast. It's actually mental.
It is a bit mental. But, you know, this fight for P2 isn't really over, because Spencer Robb is still gaining a couple of tenths every lap on Francis. So, you know, he potentially can make a move. And through this as well, Hussein is still also going quicker than both of them. So, probably too far back to actually catch up and make it count. But if they start fighting, which could happen if Spence Robb catches up and closes that gap to Spence Robb, as, we have a drive-through from Mead.
Oh. Poor James Mead.
Yeah.
I actually like James. He's a cool guy. Just, yeah, I forgot. He doesn't actually have to serve the drive-through.
Yeah, he just had 30
seconds. Can you imagine getting a
but,
drive-through on this track? Oh,
yeah, be rough.
That's like a minute. That's literally like a minute.
Yeah. The only thing, to be fair, this is only costing Mead one position, so he's kind of in an island all by himself. And he could bring up that gap, you know, get that 5 seconds away. But yeah, that's he's going about a second a lap faster than Trainer behind. So yeah, he could you know, in the remaining time he could build that up and then not lose anything. But yeah, that's heartbreaking to see.
I know I have the pace of putting the time. Reg has told me many times. It's just I can't put in the time. Yeah, that's the problem. I think the other, you know, if we're talking just you on a track lap time wise, yes, absolutely. At the minute, that you know, that's without a doubt. I think something that will take you a lot longer and again will take a lot of time is your racecraft, because obviously you've barely raced alongside anybody ever, so you don't know the behavior, that, you know, the body language that other people are going to show off in their car, and that is so crucial. Like, for example, now Reece Spence Robb facing Luke Francis, he's pretty much ready to attack him anytime now. He's got 11 minutes to do so. And now, if we go into cockpit cam, for example, you can look at how Luke Francis, you can study as a driver and say, well, actually, he's making mistakes in this corner, that corner. It looks like he's going to defend here. He's trying to push hard here. So, you know, all of these things you have to consider when you're a sim racer. And now, for example, Reece is closing in so quickly that Francis is going to have to defend going into the bus stop. Almost certainly. He's going to hold like a middle of the track. Yeah, there it is. So now he's going to go around the outside. This is big!
Oh.
No way is he going to stick this out. No.
Spence Robb was adding some spice and rubbing his meat during that. He could see an opportunity and almost made it stick. That was so close. Spicy.
But now watch it again though. So obviously Luke is staring in his mirrors, right? This is what I'm talking about, body language. So Luke is going to be staring in his mirrors. Reece Spence Robb has the upper hand mentally here because he knows that Luke is all about watching the car behind. He doesn't have to worry about the car ahead. He's given up on that now. He's just focused on defending this as hard as he can against Reece Spence Robb. So Luke is either going to hold the inside all the way down the Kemmel Straight, or he's going to defend the middle of the track. Yeah, he's gone for the middle. Yeah, there we go. Middle of the track. So here in this case, Reece hasn't really got an opportunity to do anything. Luke has now seen that, has gone over to the left-hand side so he can carry the normal speed through the corner. And if you watch Reece here, this is where Reece will actually come to life. His car was always going to be slow on the Kemmel Straight. It's through Sector 2 where he will be faster because of the aero grip the car has got, and it doesn't have a real focus on top-end speed. You can also see there's an Audi ahead as well, which is a back marker, so they will... Yes, still need to get out of the way as quick as they possibly can, but at the same time, it will still probably cause some sort of impact on Luke Francis's either lines or mentality, and this is where Reece can actually capitalize. So he has to study both cars at the same time if he wants to try and gain this position on Luke Francis. The other problem he's got is even if he gains past him, he needs to worry about whether or not Luke can gain him back on the straights. He probably won't be able to do anything just yet.
Yeah, it's with these back markers as well. This is really kind of potentially going to be causing problems. So they managed to get past one, no problem. That was Kujin just getting out of the way. But there is still... Oh no, never mind, that's fine in front. So yeah, this is the moment now. Spence Rob, this can make it stick. You're getting no one else to come in between you in the fight.
Yeah, and the other thing to think about is the Porsche has better brakes than pretty much any other car ever. So you can actually look for the inside. Oh my word, Reese, that's deep. And he's gone too deep. Luke Francis read that beautifully. He's going to have to give that position back. There's literally no other way about it. And he does because he's a good guy. Big send though. Wow, I'll tell you something. Credit to Reese for having the cojones to try that. And also credit to Luke Francis for seeing that coming and letting him just send it off the other side of the track. But again now, we'll rinse repeat for the next, well, I imagine this is going to be, what, 3-4 laps before we see the end of the race?
Yep, but this is just inviting Hussein into this fight as well. He was about 1.5 seconds faster than the guys in front.
But right now, they're not bothered about that because they look at the gap and go, yeah, 5.5 seconds. I got like at least 2 or 3 more attempts to go for a second. Yeah. But now look, Luke is scared. If he's going to cover the inside like that, that is fear. There's no two ways about it. He knows that Reese Spence Rob is sending it. So immediately, this is what we're talking about. The body language you can read from a driver on the track. You can see now what is going through Luke's mind. He's fearful that Reese is going to just take any gap and send it, especially if he goes that deep into the bus stop chicane. You've got to really watch that out now. So expect Luke's driving to become extra defensive, especially with 6 minutes to go, 7 minutes to go. Well, that mistake there might cost him a little bit of time moving towards Puon. He might be able to close in time. The curb touch there as well means that Reese should gain here. Won't be able to attack here, but if he can get right onto the back end of that car.
Yep, the closer he gets here, it will basically pull him all the way through Sector 3.
Oh,
He's going to go right on the gearbox.
This is literally what I'm talking about. Once you make a mistake once and you get into the head of somebody. So this is now mind games. This is all mind games. And Reese has the upper hand. You can tell that because of the mistakes that Luke is making. He's feeling that pressure and he is struggling to handle this right now. Don't get me wrong, Luke is still doing a fantastic job overall. It's just the fact that, well, unless he finds a way to hold Reese Spence Rob behind soon, because Reese is finding the pace here. This is where he's going for these big boy sends. Luke is going to have to cover the inside, but this is going to open the door for an outside maneuver all the way around the outside. He's gone a bit deep, so the switchback of dreams for both of them. The acceleration is favored here for the Porsche. Watch out towards turn 1 now. The mistake has been made already from Luke Francis by taking that super tight line. They're going to go into it side by side in towards turn 1. I think this does still favor the Porsche if he can get the exit he needs, but he's sticking around the outside. Not ideal, but he's right on the back of him. This, again, is where Reese Spence Rob should benefit the most, as does not want to attack here yet. He needs to wait until he gets to the Kemmel Straight, which is why he's pulled out of the toe to just slow him down that little bit more. But I think he's slowed down a bit too much. I don't think he's got the gap now that he needs in order to attack. I think he might just fall in a bit too far back.
Yeah, he's fell a little bit too far back. But to be honest, I would also accept that rather than potential death of Paul Rouge Radion, because he was too close at the bottom of the hill. You know, when you're getting in, you want to be close at the top of the hill so you can make the move. If you're close at the bottom of the hill, you're almost guaranteed to die. So he backed out, which I think was probably wise, gave himself another run, and he'll try again, you know, later in the lap. But if he tried to stay where he was going up Eau Rouge Radion, he probably would have died there.
Well, obviously, we need to give a bit of credit to Luke Francis because his defensive abilities have been really, really shown here. Luke Francis having to defend again, going into the inside of Puon. This should still favor him. Oh, the squeeze. I think a mistake made from the Ferrari. I got to give that back. That's an overtake off track.
Yeah, it is an overtake off track, but he was kind of pushed off track as well. So,
gotta give it back.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I would... to be honest, if I was Spence Rob, I would not give the position back until a steward, you know, whispered something in my ear.
I think. I don't know. I would not like to be a steward in that situation.
I would not like to be a steward in that situation either, which is why I'm sitting here with you.
Yeah, we can talk crap.
Yep. Because
Literally
genuinely
our
speaking,
job.
like Spence Robb, I don't think he wouldn't have ran off track if he wasn't pushed. So from that point of view, it could be like, well, you know, I was gaining the position anyway, and I was forced off track because Francis never hit his apex properly, which is completely true and completely fine. So yeah, I would obviously in F1 situation, this would be the moment where, you know, Toto Wolff and Christian Horner are yelling at Michael Massey. But yeah, I would wait. Yeah, I would wait for word from the stewards if I was in Spence Robb's shoes. But I don't know if in OOR there's any back and forth like that. I think it would just be a case of a penalty if it is what they deem to be unsportsmanlike. So,
well, I think the stewards would actually, in that circumstance, the stewards say you need to give that position back, or you'll get a penalty. Before a penalty gets issued, there wouldn't be any discussion about it on the comms. It would be protest afterward. But I mean, looking at it, looks like no instruction has been given to Reese to give that position back. On top of that, he is flying now. He is gone.
Yep, he's disappeared. And Hussein is still, you know, all this battling that they were doing has really invited Hussein in. And as we said, he is a lot faster than the guys. So he can smell a podium in front of him.
I think we need to discuss just how much time Hussein gained on Luke Francis and Reese Spence Robb last lap.
Yep, three bit seconds.
Yeah, 3.1 seconds gain for Hussein on Francis. So Francis currently, yes, still sat on the podium. Yeah, looking at a P3. But if this continues, it's crazy. Excuse me. But
obviously,
yeah.
Francis and Spence Robb were costing each other a lot of time. So Hussein's not got a 3-second advantage in out-and-out pace, but he was still lapping much quicker than the guys, like a second or so. So he's definitely got pace up his sleeve.
You see now here, Hussein already has the mental upper hand because of the fact that Luke Francis has just had that position taken away from him. Yes, Luke is a very talented driver, and I imagine that he's able to reset his mentality quite easily, quite quickly. But knowing the fact that he has got a McLaren on the back of him, and it's now the final lap, as you just heard the in-game announcer say, Luke is going to be feeling quite desperate. He's already just clawing onto that P3. He's forgotten about P2. He knows that that's untouchable now. He's just trying to figure out what he can do about this McLaren he's got that's chasing him down, because the McLaren has already shown he's got crazy amounts of pace. Last lap, 9/10 gain for Hussein over Francis. Granted, at the beginning of that lap, they were fighting, but you just never know.
Yep, you never know indeed, but 9/10 is such a big gap to have in your pocket. So, yeah, I think, as you say, Luke's already going to be so on the defensive here, and he's not even trying to stay in the slipstream of Spence Robb. He's like, nope, that's too far away. I'm not going to be gaining enough. I'll go defensive, try and just unsettle Hussein behind me. And so far, so good. But there's still a long way left in this lap.
Yeah, I mean, Hussein is driving. You can see, I'm on board with him in cockpit count. You can see how much he's fighting that wheel to try and keep the car as flowy as possible. Through here, even going to gear 1 to stay as close to that curve as you can. Short shift up to gear 2 is the most optimal way to do it, but he's faster than me, so I'm not going to argue with it. He's chasing now, still back of Luke Francis.
Hussein is faster than you. Can you confirm you understood the message?
Yes. You can see the difference. Gear 3, gear 4. Luke Francis gaining a little bit of time there. That was a couple of tenths at least.
Just having a look, this is the only battle on track for this lap. Mead will obviously be keeping his position now because he's got that 30 seconds covered, but Vittori, he looks like he might lose his position. Nope, actually he will not. So the penalties that are there don't matter. So it is only this fight just now for P3. Hussein, maybe a bit too far back.
I think he might be. But our race leader, who put on pole by half a second, will come across the line to take victory here at Spa in the final round. He deserved that win. There's no doubt about it. Very well done from him. We've also then got Reece Spence Rob coming across the line to take P2, and Luke Francis did enough to defend and take that final step of the podium for P3. And Abdullah Hussein, who did very well in the qualifying, didn't have a great start at all. It does recover to get himself a nice juicy P4. James Mead getting P5, but has a huge penalty. But like you said, shouldn't change things up because Max Trainer, who is 6, is quite the way back.
Yep, it was you know, about 33 seconds or so behind, so shouldn't make a difference as we get to see some donuts from Spence Rob and Francis, which is always nice to see.
I'd be donutting, absolutely, if I was in their shoes. We just admire Vining's second stint. It was so good. Really consistent. I mean, his first stint was really good as well, but his second stint was just that bit faster, and he actually takes the fastest lap of the race. So, yeah, I play to him. Good race.
By like 3/10. Like, it was enormously fast.
Christoph Holzer, who we did see on the podium once in the races.
We did.
Not today, of course, but it was Zolder, I think.
I think it was Zolder, yeah.
There's a P8. Then Schelikens, who's going to be coming across the line for a nice juicy P9. And Vinny Eki, the last one across the line, will be taking, I guess there, P10.
Yep, he's got all the Sector 3 to do, but, you know, he's done well. It's not been an easy race for him, but he's managed to keep mostly out of trouble, and he'll still be happy with a P10 getting to the end of this race, because Spa's, in my opinion, never an easy track.
No, I genuinely, this is probably one of my worst tracks for fans. How? Schelikens is what it is. Listen. Schelikens. It's basically S Flem Elegance. That's how you pronounce it.
D Flem.
Ahmed, good lad. And that's it. Juicy. I want to double check the timetables for that race. So yes, nobody moves. Everybody finishes exactly where they were. You can see.
Green light. Go, go,
Good job from these boys. And get, well, there's no else in here today. So, yeah. And then a safety car. All right. That.
Which is a gender neutral safety car. You know, we have no idea who's actually in the safety car this split.
And I can tell you it's not Nicholas Lunge either. That one thing I do.
Well,
know.
sad times. You know, you hyped them up and then you put it down.
Can only apologise. All right, guys, that is it for the European Sprint Series here. This season, actually, we will have some pro races. I believe next week and the week after. But don't go anywhere. Make sure you click that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Make sure you click the thumbs up if you haven't already, especially if you like the us, you know. Specifically, if you like me more than Badger, then please click the thumbs up. And if you like Badger more than me, then click the thumbs up as well.
I'm just going to click the wee thumbs up there just now because I like you more than me.
Maybe. But yeah, don't go anywhere because, like I said, the NA stream starts in around about an hour and a half-ish. So if you are still awake, then go ahead and check it out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys, I believe, next week for the pro finals. Either way, click the bell and you'll know exactly when we are live. Love you all very much. Have a good one. See you soon. Love you too. Bye.